program without him. Rob G is our producer. Wow. Really?
You know him and Mary just go, brother and sister. Every time I go back, I can't stand you. I can't stand you.
He's mad at me right now, actually.
What's new?
Steve DeSager is at the anchor desk. He'll keep us updated on the program. Elijah is our social media guru. Yes, Elijah.
Who? Never heard.
And on the ones and twos,
Mary, why you bugging? I see Rob G. roll his eyes at you.
At who? Me?
Mary.
Oh, and Mary?
You know they are. They always got their little brother, sister.
All right, and let's do this. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive, ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. And Rob G, let's go. Eagles, they lose. First time they had won 18 in a row, 21 out of 22, and they lose on Sunday.
Well, they won 10 straight. Jalen Hurts had the 18 because, remember, he didn't finish that game. And
right.
That's
right. Jalen.
Yes. Jalen Hurts is a different animal. Yes, they lost on Sunday to the Denver Broncos, and it was a big game because all last week and the last couple of weeks, there's been conversation about the passing offense. A.J. Brown's not happy. Devonta Smith is not happy. So what the Eagles did on Sunday, they said, hey, we are going to feature our two big wide receivers.
Nice. Good job.
Even though they came in, ranked 31st NFL in passing, they attempted 38 passes on Sunday and ran the ball just 11 times. And needless to say, it backfired on them because you mentioned their 10-game win streak is no more. The Eagles try to flip the script on their identity, and it backfired in a big way.
You know, me and you talked about the Eagles, Rob, obviously a couple of times over the last few years, and I can't make out what the heck the Eagles are other than they're starting to be a chink in the armor. Something's going on with them, and I think that last play, that Hail Mary, that they could have caught. Devontae Smith looked like he was actually about to grab it, and A.J. Brown said instead of catching the ball, I'm going to catch Devontae's neck. It just body slammed his own teammate to the ground. And I think that play is more indicative of what the Eagles are looking like right now, internally and externally. A.J. Brown doesn't have the wherewithal to sense to say Devontae Smith might come down with this, so they both end up on the ground, and there's a shot of them just laying on each other at the end of that game. Something is going on, Rob, and it doesn't make sense considering, you know, they're the reigning champs. They've got time together, same coach, and I guess a new coach. They got the same kind of core. So you would think they'd be locked and loaded in as far as where they are, and man, something is off. And a couple of things to note. Number one, the thing they've done nothing else. They've run the ball, right? That's what they do. They were second all last year, averaging 170.
Yeah, but they had an unbelievable running back who had an unbelievable year, too.
Right, well, that's what I'm saying. 179 yards. He's still there.
Yeah, but the defenses are playing different. Saquon is not going to get 2,000 yards.
He don't need 2,000.
I'm
How
just
about
saying,
more than 30 on 6 carries in the second half versus Denver? And something is off right now with the rushing attack. He's averaging 3.1 yards a carry, which is the worst for the Eagles in like 30 years. So something's going on with the running game, which is fine. Okay, you say, well, like you said, people are focusing in on the rushing now because that's what we've done well, so we're airing it out. As Rob G just mentioned, they're last in passing. They went a half without a completed pass. They've gone a couple of halves with only 7 yards once.
How many games have they won?
They're 4-1 right now. Okay. And they're a blocked field goal. They don't make that from being worse record. They just something
We
is
can sit
off.
here all day and talk about that.
Right.
A blocked field goal. Somebody fumbled. Somebody threw. If the Chargers didn't throw an interception, they would have beat Washington. They threw an interception. That's part of the game.
And I hear you.
Part of the game. I don't play that game.
And the Eagles don't look good.
I'm not concerned at all.
I am
because you were. I remember last year, and we can find the tape.
Yes.
You were going into the Super Bowl. Oh, look at Jalen Hurts. He don't look good. There's something wrong with them. I know you were hoping that, so that the Lions could beat them or something. So you were kind of talking.
Nothing to do with the Lions.
Because you were talking down about Jalen Hurts and how he was performing, and he was the weak link. And guess who was the Super Bowl MVP? It was the guy you thought was the weak link.
So if we run the tape, let's run the tape. Let's be clear what I said. My concern with Jalen Hurts, and it still stands, my concern was if he were in a shootout, could he pull it off? It's not that Jalen Hurts can't win a game.
He don't have to be in a shootout.
Right, but that was my concern. If I have to say Jalen Hurts, go win it. Jalen Hurts has gotten the job done. He's had a heck of a career. I'm not even arguing that.
If I
but
said
I'm
to you,
arguing right
you
now,
would argue
something
with
is wrong.
me if I said nothing is wrong.
No, you
okay?
mean nothing is wrong.
Nothing is wrong.
They can't run the ball or pass the ball.
Teams go through this. You said that about the Steelers. The Steelers can't run the ball. Aaron Rodgers is 41. No, I'm saying what you said earlier. Hold on. Listen to what I'm saying. You said that earlier. They're 3-1 and haven't even won a game at home. My point is, football is very simple. It's about wins and losses. Stop with the how it looks. How it looks doesn't matter.
You're not.
How
you're
it
totally,
looks doesn't matter.
How it looks, okay.
It does not
now,
matter.
Let's pull
if
the.
they
Hold
start
on.
losing,
Let's pull the
if
tape.
they lose 4 in a row,
okay.
then you could come back with that.
If Rob only would say this to Rob, because Rob set up here an entire year last year knocking the Chiefs, who did the exact same thing.
No,
won all season long.
No,
they did nothing but win to the tune of 15-1.
And then
what
happened in the Super Bowl?
All I said
what happened in the Super Bowl?
All they did was win.
What I said was going to happen.
Don't tell me.
No,
you spent it.
what I told you was going to happen was that they weren't going to win a Super Bowl. Yes, I did.
You spent the entire season
that.
telling me they don't look good. Something wrong. I don't like the way they win. This can't keep winning. You did. They can't keep winning like that. I don't like it. That's what you said. So all I'm saying is the Eagles, something is off with them because, again, I'm not saying that, but win.
The difference is on that story is the Eagles have a track record. They won the Super Bowl, and people said
they won one Super Bowl, and the Chiefs have won 3. Who has a track record? What are you talking about?
People said the same thing last year. All I'm telling you is I'm not going to get my panties in a bunch because they finally lost the game.
But
you've been saying this for over a year.
What do you mean I've been saying it? I've been saying they've been playing fine and for A.J. Brown to just, figure it out.
You said last year going into the Super Bowl that he was the weak link and that
you were concerned about it. On a great team,
you were concerned about it. And
on a great team,
and he was the MVP.
It wasn't the defensive line.
He was the MVP. It wasn't the offensive line.
Exactly.
It wasn't the defensive line. It was him. The guy you said can't play.
And Jalen Hurts. So what's going on when I have both of my star receivers questioning me? Devontae Smith, who doesn't speak too often, I'm saying there's something going on.
That's what they do.
Then you have a running back who ain't running the ball.
It's about
something
results.
is off with the Eagles.
They're 4-1 through 5 games.
They absolutely are.
Come on,
and they got
stop
and they got 12 more games to go. And then they got to go through a postseason.
When they lose 3 in a row, call me.
And something is off with the Eagles.
I'm not buying it.
You don't have to buy it. I'll buy it for you. In fact, I'll buy two packs of it. Something is off with them, and I don't know what it is, and I don't know how they remedy it. But they can't keep. This is not sustainable. Winning these games like this.
What does that mean? What are you saying? So what are you saying? They're not going to make the playoffs? They're not going to win the division? So what are you saying? I'm asking you what's
saying they're
sustainable?
absolutely not going to win a Super Bowl playing like this.
Okay, there you go.
You can put a stamp on that.
All right,
stamp on that.
That's easy to say because teams don't repeat. It's hard to repeat.
Wait, because that's what you said about the Chiefs over a whole entire year.
And they didn't.
Right,
win
so that's
again.
easy to say then.
It's
so
easy.
you don't waste my whole year telling me that.
No, because everybody and their uncle picked the Chiefs because they were 15-1.
And they got to the Super Bowl.
No, they lost.
The best part about this
I told you all year.
Act like they didn't get to the Super Bowl.
No, but it didn't matter. I told you. I don't care how many
every
games
week
they won.
you kept picking them to lose because you kept saying it wasn't going to work.
I didn't pick them to lose every week.
Rob Sheehan has the stats.
I did not.
It was 12 games you picked and 10 for the Lions.
So I picked the Lions and Chiefs to lose every
12 times
week.
you picked the Chiefs. We literally keep. You do know we do NFL pick'em, right?
You don't have that. You could go back and look it up.
Rob G did it already.
Rob G, there's no way I picked 12 times against the Chiefs.
He's calling you out.
Thank you. 5
10.
times.
It was 10.
5.
It was 10. He just said it was 10.
He said 5.
He's 10.
I just saw 5
because he's on the phone. He went 5 twice.
Mary, pipe down.
Hey, now he calling you out, Mary.
8-7.
Mary, throw a plate of food at him
Mary,
later.
pipe down. Don't throw my food that I'm paying money for.
I'll do a cheesecake.
No,
in your
don't
face.
do that.
Oh, yeah. Actually, no, he might eat it now. He might pick it up. He's
Are
back
you
now. He's back now.
877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. Are you Chicken Little like Kelvin, or are you worried about the Eagles? Is this style of winning and overall style of play sustainable? Of course, I'm not with this camp, Chicken Little and Kelvin, but we'll continue this conversation next with you. It is the Odd Couple on a Magic City Monday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Unless you're Chicken Little in the U.S.
You better have my chicken later. We are all witnesses to the Mac Montana
That's right.
era. Or you could say Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. The Mac Jones era is upon us. My gosh, he's now 3-0 after having a really good game, threw for 300-plus yards, couple of touchdowns, beat down, battered, bruised up, stuck with it, and he looked really good. So there's a lot of conversations coming out of that as they sneak out and get a win. And we'll have, there's so many different layers to this conversation. We could talk about Sean McVay and the decision he made. We'll get to that in a little bit. But one of the things people are starting to walk around with and think about, and this happens when these types of things happen, you have the backup quarterback have success. Do you Brock Purdy when he's back? Or do you stick with the hot man, the hot hand, and Mac Jones? And that's the conversation starting to slowly go around, matriculate around the sports media world. I'm going to jump in on this one for me. One of the things that I'd always tell people to be wary about is the newness of something. Mac Jones is the newness for the 49ers because obviously Brock Purdy's out and Mac Jones is now 3-0. But where I would caution things, and I think he's looked great, but I also think this is more of a testament, and I wish Rob Parker was here so I could tell him, to Kyle Shanahan. And even he would admit the system. Whether you're Jimmy G, whether you're Brock P, or whether you're Mac Jones, they've been successful, right? And they've been able to find guys, and you can win games. You can get the NFC Championship games. You can get the Super Bowls. You can be 3-0 so far, Mac Jones. And this system, and this is a credit to Kyle Shanahan, he's able to say, all right, what are we going to do now that I have Mac Jones? Let me cater something. Let me get in his kitchen. Let me cook up something that works with his talent, his skill set. And by the way, what we have around him right now, which is basically nothing. They got a mass unit for receivers, and they're struggling on that end with guys' health. And they said, what we're going to do is we're going to dink and dunk him. We're going to get this thing out in like 1.7 seconds, get the ball out of his hands, find Bourne. All of a sudden, I thought it was Jason Bourne. The way he was out there receiving, usually averages around 29 yards a game, ended up with like $150. We're going to find guys, get him open. We're going to use Christian McCaffrey to the point he's probably looking at us like, if you don't get somebody else to do it.
You're about to wake up dead.
He is got to be exhausted. Mind you, we were concerned during the offseason. How's he feel? How is his hamstring? How's his health? And they're like, hey, you playing? Good. Here you go. Catch, receive. We're going to use you a lot, be a decoy, all that. But my point is Kyle Shanahan is cooking up some stuff right now with Mac Jones, and they're able to find success. But where I think people can get carried away is right now teams are coming into games, and historically they're preparing for Brock Purdy, preparing for George Kittle, preparing for other Ayuk maybe. They're preparing for kind of this team as is. Now they have Mac Jones, and that's a thing that throws you off because, well, not only have I not really seen him with this version of the 49ers, I also don't know what they're going to do because they don't have receivers. So you can't really game plan as well because you don't actually know what you're about to get. And so I would be wary and caution, just hold on before you jump on the Mac Jones train and just say, what we're seeing is the hotness, the newness, because when people didn't know who C.J. Stroud was, he was lighting them up. Now that they know and got a better idea what it is, it gets a little tougher. Bo Nix, he's looked all right, but he didn't look like that next step everybody thought because people start to get the film out on you. So my whole point is Brock Purdy has been a stabilizer for them for the most part. He's not the greatest, which is why I think they paid him perfectly. He's right around where he needs to be paid. They didn't have to go Dak Prescott money. And I think he has a great flow with this offense, great flow from the belief in the team. You heard the team talking about him. We want him there. And Mac Jones, to his credit, it said, I am the backup right now. He's not causing any controversy as much as he can. Obviously, we can do that, sports media. Mm-hmm. But that would be my point is you got something good with Brock Purdy. You got the guy you believe in. You got him at a good rate, all things considered. And it's great that you have a backup that you can utilize because, by all accounts, people get injured in the 49ers jersey. So having that backup is an ultimate thing to have in case for some reason you go on a Nick Foles run and you have a capable backup, at least you know you have that. But to me, it's a good situation where you got the guy you believe in, you paid him the money, this is your guy moving forward, but you know you have a capable backup in Mac Jones. Miss Mary Mack must be in. Fox Sports Radio, it's your boys. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, the Odd Couple on a Magic City Monday. Be sure to check out our brand new YouTube channel, and you can watch us live on YouTube right now. That's right, we are simulcast right now on YouTube. Shout out to the Odd Mod YouTubians. You can too. You can watch us. All you got to do is search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, it's Odd Couple FSR. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. Don't stop there. Hit that thumbs up icon and comment away. Let us know which one of us is the odd one. Let us know who's on fire. Check it out, YouTube. Watch us live right now. Search Odd Couple FSR. And then, while you're at it, subscribe. 877-99 on Fox. Taking your calls.
Let's
you
squeeze
worried
a
about the
few in,
Eagles?
yep.
You confident about the Eagles? Who we got?
All right, Jordan in D.C., you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jordan?
Oh, hey, guys. How you doing?
What's
Doing
up,
great.
Jordan?
I've been listening to you guys for so long. Finally got through.
Awesome.
I think, yes. Calvin, I couldn't disagree with you more. I think Rob is completely in the right. They're winning ugly, but outside of Sunday, they're still winning. You know, I think you got to still give them the benefit of doubt that until they are no longer, look like winning at a high clip, that they'll still come through. You know, they played the Giants in 2 of their next 3 games. They could very well be 7-1.
Exactly. And they could get healthy. The Giants are the Giants are a team you could beat. You know, everybody was making
they better beat them.
But everybody was making a big thing about Jackson.
I mean, that's that's to be expected.
But did you see that somebody equated him?
Thank you, George,
and the Yankee starter.
Free?
No,
which one?
The rookie who pitched against the
Oh,
Red Sox
yeah.
in
What did he
Game
get,
3.
12 Ks or something?
Yeah, 12 strikeouts.
Yeah.
But I was like, one's in a playoff
Yeah.
game, one's a regular
Yeah.
season game. I don't think it's the same thing.
No, and mind you, one regular. It's like, give him, come on now. A high-pressure postseason is a little bit different.
JR in Indianapolis, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, JR?
Hey, what's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Doing good.
Man. What's up, brother?
Hey, congratulations, Rob, on your achievement this weekend.
Thank you, man. Very
now
proud.
I'm on your top.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Let me hear you. I'll push back on
Where
you.
in the world they only got a 4-game sample, and KC every week stood on how to win ugly, how to win however it may come, and they kept a low ego about themselves.
No,
That's the whole
here's
thing
the difference. No, here's the difference.
All right.
The Chiefs had a particular kind of offense when they first burst onto the scene and became the Chiefs. And it deteriorated year after year, JR. That's what I was making a point about.
All the money with Patrick Mahomes.
No. They told Patrick Mahomes, take this deal, this team-friendly deal. We're going to keep it together for you. That's what they told him, and he took that deal. My point is, the Eagles were never that. They were never that with Jalen Hurts. He had a really good year, 1 year, right, where he had a really good year, but he was never like, he's spectacular, he's in the conversation, he's going to win 4 Super Bowls. Nobody talked about him of that ilk. And that's what I was talking about in watching Kansas City.
The potential for their explosiveness. They always had the potential for explosiveness.
Yeah, but people looked at him as the weak link last year going into the Super Bowl. Am I right or wrong about that?
Man, that was Kelvin, and they were riding. They were riding the horse that they were supposed to ride. Saquon Barkley. That was really his coming of truth.
And when it came down to it, they took away. He had 40 yards in the Super Bowl, and it didn't matter. They steamrolled.
Why he fall off the horse is what I'm trying to figure out.
Steamrolled.
I know they got a couple of offensive linemen switcheroos, but man,
Scott, let's do Scott. You're on the Odd Couple.
Saquon
Fox
retired?
Sports
Did I miss
Radio
something?
in North Carolina? What's up, Scott?
What's up, my guys? How y'all doing?
Doing great.
Yeah, the sky is always sunny in Philadelphia. The Phillies going to win tonight, and the Eagles are good. We have a new offensive coordinator every year. That's what's new, Kelvin.
Why do you do that?
Teams,
Real question. Why do they do that? Why? I'm asking legitimately. Why do you think they do that?
Because we're the team that if you come here, you do your job, you get an opportunity somewhere else.
Right. They come snatch.
Okay. Every year is crazy. Y'all acting like y'all the 90s Cowboys or something up in this thing. The 80s, 49ers.
To know how good Jalen Hurts is. Every year he makes the playoffs, the Super Bowl twice. He gets the job done, no matter how it looks. And defense and special teams are coming along now, too.
Yeah. I'm not worried. Thanks, Scott. Appreciate it.
Good luck, Scott. We'll do it again, Scott. I feel like we do this all the time. All right, 877-99 on Fox. Okay, we took some calls on that. Coming up, we got to have a conversation about
your guy.
About my guy. Here we go.
Isn't Aaron Glenn your guy?
We'll talk about that on the other side. Right now, we got Steve DeSager going to get you set on what's trending. Hey, Steve.
Hello, gentlemen. We are already into the sixth inning of tonight's playoff game in Philadelphia. Phillies and Dodgers scoreless. What a pitcher's duel. Jesus Luzardo has now retired 15 straight batters, the Phillies starter, and only thrown about 60 pitches so far.
That's
We're in the top
crazy.
of the sixth. Blake Snell just allowed his first hit. He has 7 strikeouts through 5 innings, getting a lot of swing and miss. Dodgers took the opener of the best of 5 over the weekend. Dodgers do say if there's a game 4, Tyler Glasnow, who was in relief over the weekend, likely to start, and that Shohei Ohtani would start a Game 5 for them in Philadelphia. Number 1 seed Milwaukee starts up in an hour and a half at home against the Cubs. Brewers do lead the series 1-0, and Brewers outfielder Jackson Chourio returns tonight after hamstring tightness. He was removed early in Game 1. By the way, Phillies outfielder Harrison Bader did not start in Philadelphia tonight due to a groin injury. The American League games are on FS1 again tomorrow. Last week's wild card telecasts averaged over 4.6 million viewers, up over 60% from last year. The Yankees-Boston finale drew about 7.5 million. Also, Japan had 6.4 million viewers for the Dodgers-Reds opener last week. The Monday Night Football matchup is Jacksonville hosting Kansas City at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. The Chargers are placing first-round running back Emari in Hampton on injured reserve with a bad ankle, so he'll be missing at least 4 games. Running back Najee Harris of LA is already out for the year with a torn Achilles. Currently out for the Chargers, linebacker Khalil Mack, tackle Joe Alt, also tackle Rashawn Slater is out for the year. Running back for the Patriots, Antonio Gibson, was injured last night. He's out for the year with a torn ACL. Colts kicker Spencer Schrader is out for the season with a torn ACL and MCL. The Raiders cut linebacker Jermaine Pratt. Former quarterback Mark Sanchez is now facing a felony battery charge in addition to the misdemeanors after a fight over the weekend in Indianapolis. Sanchez's hearing has been rescheduled for next month. Back to you.
All right, Steve, thank you so much. Odd Couple Rob and Kelvin on a Magic City Monday. Business fluctuations make running your business and manufacturing business complex, but staffing your business doesn't have to be. Let Express Employment Professionals provide the workforce you need. Go to expresspros.com to find the location near you. That's expresspros.com. What's your issue with Aaron Glenn?
Well, I don't know. He's cutting people. I think he only cuts kickoff returners or right punt return. What is it? Kickoff return.
Kick return.
Yeah, I guess he's
couple of them.
He's gotten rid of 2 of those guys. They're the reason that they're 0-5 and off to the worst
Mel
start.
Farr ain't walking through that door.
Of the worst start of any Jets coach. As bad as the Jets have been, they went to the Super Bowl in the 1969 season, right? January 70, they won the Super Bowl. The 1969 season, and to think that he has the worst record of any Jets coach because of all the bad coaches. But my point is Justin Fields. Did you watch? Mm-hmm. Seriously. Mm-hmm. And don't let the score fool you. When the game was in the balance, what was it? 30-3? He couldn't generate any offense. 30-3. The weapons they have, and oh my God, the Jets have all these weapons. And at some point, you have to look at this and go, like, what are you going to do here? Are you and it's not just the offense. The defense is bad too. Mm-hmm. We talked about that
was
before.
Even surprising last year.
Last year, even with Aaron Rodgers, we talked about
to be better.
Right, and the defense wasn't that good. So my point is how much is enough of watching Justin Fields 30-3? The Cowboys have one of the worst defenses in the NFL. They were going up against like the worst DC in the league. The Cowboys rank as bad as it gets. And I'm just saying to you, at some point, do you just let them play it out and you don't mind if you go 1-16 or 2-15? Or at some point, does he have to show you something before you make a change to salvage the season or to send a message? He's into sending messages. Mm-hmm. All I'm saying, if I'm Aaron Glenn, I'm making a quarterback change.
I'm first of all, Tyrod Taylor, if he didn't get stabbed in the chest by a team medical person, might have had to end up with a nice career.
Did he sue the medical?
That's a good
I would have
question.
sued the team and the medical.
I don't
doctor.
know. He may have. I
Seriously,
don't know.
because that guy stymied his career.
Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. So Tyrod Taylor is a more than capable backup. He did sue. Okay,
he should have.
He did sue. Yeah,
seriously.
I mean, the dude punctured his lung.
Because there's insurance if you're a doctor. You know what I mean? You should.
You can't be a doctor without having insurance for sure. So that was my point. Tyrod
He
Taylor.
was trying to get $5 million, but we don't know what. He wound up settling.
Okay. But even more than the money, him losing that time, him losing that, have to get back healthy and get back right and to get that opportunity, which you can't always get back. So Tyrod Taylor is a very, very capable. It almost won them a game earlier this season. So Tyrod Taylor is that. So if you want to go to that, absolutely. There is a part of me that does wonder if they're like, we ain't mad if we don't lose but win but 1 or 2 games and see who's out there. That's not what you want.
I hear you, but that's not what you when you brought in Justin Fields.
Especially they paid him.
Am
they
I
paid
right?
him some money.
And that wasn't the idea. Like because they could have got a stinky, not some guy who has potential or maybe you still believe in. Could have got somebody said, let's just have this guy mop up. You know what I mean, for the year. Let us try to get one of the top quarterbacks.
Maybe they
we
did.
We don't mind. Okay.
Maybe they did.
But that's
like,
but
let's bring him in. He'll stink it up the joint. No, listen. The disappointing thing with Aaron Glenn for me is you are a defensive guy. Obviously yourself, coming from the Lions, had a handful of years there. So to me, if you were losing but your defense was looking good, then I could hang my hat. Okay, you know what? Right now, Justin Fields isn't playing anything. It's only 4 or 5 games. You can hang your hat on that. But the fact that your offense looks terrible, that your defense looks terrible, and that's to me what's
it's a bad start.
There's nothing to hang my hat on. And you know me. You know one of my things. I'm big on identity. Meaning, all right, we're gonna lock you down. The Texans are a great example of this. And this is what me and Rob G got into Friday when you weren't here. He kept talking, oh man, the Ravens. I said, if nothing else, the Texans be locking folks up and keeping themselves in games they shouldn't be for the last 2 seasons, season and almost a half now. The Texans have that defensive front and have that defensive core where they stay in games where you're like, how are they still in this? They muck up games against teams that are really good, and they ultimately may lose, but they were in it. To me, that's what I'm saying with Aaron Glenn and his Jets is, at least if I had that, I can be like, all right,
but
they're losing.
You have nothing.
There's nothing, and that's what's disappointing so far. Now, rest of the season, can they improve? Sure. If you're him, you're selling yourself, your GM, your owner, and your team on, hey, man, I came from a team that went 3-13 or whatever it was with Dan Campbell, and then the next year we won 8 and 9 because we won 6 straight at the end, and then the next year was great, won the NFC Championship, and then last year. So that's what you're selling yourself on.
But that GM could also give you 8 other examples where the coach started off bad and they never got better.
Oh, he can do that within his own building.
That's what I'm saying.
He can just go down the list of portraits of all of our coaches and say.
Can I tell you, there's a guy named Robert Saleh who was here before you.
Here you go.
He had a bad first year and a bad second year and a bad third year, half a third year.
He could just walk down the wall of every recent coach.
Say.
Here's our recent coaches who all had a bunch of.
It sounds good. Just like everybody was like, well, he could be who were they trying to he could be Geno Smith. This is what they were saying about Justin Fields.
I thought you were talking about Aaron.
I'm saying like that was the storyline. Oh yeah, he could go and he could be Geno Smith, or he can be who's the guy in Seattle?
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold. Oh, he could be Baker Mayfield.
Ooh, settle down with that one.
But I'm just saying, but that was the idea. Like you pitched that.
Listen,
don't paint him in the corner. Don't say he can't play. Mm-hmm. Other guys were written off and they went elsewhere and played. This is 3 teams in 3 years.
He don't look good.
And he don't look good.
And I don't even like what he's saying after, like his essence after the games. Listen, ultimately, you have 17 of these things. So, yes, you're going to win, you're going to lose, and you're not saying you're supposed to be high as high when we're the best team ever or lowest of lows when we lose. But I need a little fight in you. I need a little, come on.
I don't want
He's almost too. It's
whatever,
just,
right? We're playing a kids game, making a lot of money. Thank you.
Never bring up money when you are losing and your city is upset right now. Right. That's the worst thing you can do.
They don't want to hear that.
Don't go LeBron on me. You're just miserable, and you're a miserable life, and I can. Don't. There's no winning in that.
That was the ultimate. I think in the history of a press conference, to diss the fans
from a very
smarter
guy. If that were, not to kick a horse when it's down, but if that were Tyreek Hill or some other certain people, I'd be like, all right, okay, whatever.
But the idea
the LeBron is too wise, been around to say that.
That's how hurt he was. And he knew what was coming, and he was like, well, at least I don't have to wake up and be in your miserable life.
I was like, wow. That was
like,
just because somebody might be critical of you.
Right.
That doesn't mean they have a miserable life. In fact, they may love their life, but they don't like the way you're playing right now. Your team's playing right now. By the way, Rob's, what the heck is this decision that he's doing now? Watch it be something stupid for like he's got a commercial with Lay's or something, potato chips. Like, I got to decide sour cream or barbecue.
I got some inside information on this one,
Okay.
and I'll tell you next.
Woo! You ain't even over on this side of the glass. You
So
over
wait a
here dropping
minute.
teasers.
So is he going to steal another TV show idea from
Yeah.
me? Oh, I'm sorry.
Is that what's going on? Oh, the shop? Man, at least
Hey,
yours.
Rob, real quick, I know you're a big stats guy. Your guy Justin Fields, in the 3 games that he's fully finished, 294 total yards a game, 7 total touchdowns, no picks.
Nice. And the fattening.
Don't ask me when the yards or the touchdowns
what I'm
came,
saying.
but just know that the total
here-
numbers
here-
are good.
Here's the number. This is the only number you need. And if you're seriously, if you're Aaron Glenn and you're serious about trying to get this thing
What
turned
is it?
around or whatever,
Which one is it?
Justin Fields is 0-26 if the opponent scores 21 or more points.
That just sounds like all I need is a defense to lock him down to 19. We up. City boys up.
But he ain't gonna get you. You know, like that's scary. Like 21 and you're dead. Like that. What?
That's kind of a low. If you said 27, okay, cool. That's a lot.
Right.
Of
That's what. 21 is low.
defense. Defense get the same information you got.
0-26. In his
Can y'all
career.
keep them to 19? Can y'all be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers of old? Can you be the old Ravens?
You mean can you
be
shut
the
'em-
old Jets?
Can you
with
shut
Bart
him out?
Scott in them?
Right. Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Yes, you can wait.
Yeah, Justin Fields might be waiting a while to get a win. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Prior to Game 1 of the WNBA Finals between the Phoenix Mercury and Las Vegas Aces, Commissioner Kathy Engelbert addressed critical comments made about her leadership this week by Minnesota Lynx star Nafisa Collier.
I have the utmost respect for Nafisa and for every single player in our league. They are at the center of everything we do. I was disheartened to hear that some players feel the league and me personally do not care about them or listen to them. And if the players in the W don't feel appreciated and valued by the league, then we have to do better and I have to do better.
Engelbert was then asked about some of Collier's accusations.
I have been in touch with Nafisa. We've exchanged texts. We're talking next week. Obviously, a lot of reporting, a lot of inaccuracy about what I said or what I didn't say. And I will tell you, I highly respect the players. There's a lot of emotion and passion going on right now because we're in collective bargaining. And so I'll leave it there.
It's going to get messier. You know when somebody says respectfully, you know it's about to be
Yes, something super disrespectful is coming. I'm ready.
respectfully.
Okay.
I do wonder if the WNBA brass, not the players, the brass, were ever prepared for them to actually be at this level of public eye, notoriety, scrutiny, and just attention. Because it's one thing to always like want it, but if you just play here, meaning like this is the level we're operating under, then you only have to do certain things, right? It's like people aren't watching. It's like if all of a sudden you start getting good grades, now your parents are like, wait. And now we're watching. And now that little C+ ain't as good anymore. I see you can get good grades. I see you can be respectful, whatever it is. Point being, WNBA, we're talking about it's making shows that it normally doesn't make, and people are, in a good way, conversing about it and having Twitter debates about it. And I just think over the last couple of years, I don't know if the brass was really ready on how to handle this. And they weren't ready to be a big brand that people are, trying to pay attention to and trying to learn more. Because, again, look, a lot of people are like, yo, I wasn't all in. Now I'm paying more attention. I'm talking about it more. And I think they fumbled some things because of that. Like you fumbled the Olympics not getting Caitlyn in there because you understand it. You don't understand. Like, you put her in. Well, what about they'll figure it out because I'm trying to grow the brand. Right, you don't talk to one of your best players like that. If allegedly, if that's what happened, there's a lot of little small things they're doing. The way if players are complaining about refereeing, then you talk about it. You hear what's going on. You try to. I feel like they've just been operating like this is the league. This is what it is. It'll be what it is. And it's like all of a sudden, bam, all eyes are on it, and they weren't prepared to adjust and prepare for what comes with having more eyeballs.
No, you're so right. You can't turn left. I agree with you.
I know, three rights. There's on three rights to get
You end
left.
up in a circle.
Yep.
No, and I'll add to that. I don't think the players were prepared for what was coming. because do you understand how unusual it is to have a player like Collier, who's one of the best players in the league, to come out and not only be critical of the commissioner, but to have like point by point for 4 minutes of going off on him. Like, for all the talk about Roger Goodell and whether or not the players like him or respect him, and they don't like the way he does business, and he's always about the shield, not about the players. You'll never hear a player come out and say Roger Goodell did X, Y, Z wrong, and this is inappropriate. Because even if they feel that way, they understand this is a partnership. And if we're going to talk trash or we're going to be negative and we're going to say these wild things about the guy in charge, we're going to do it behind closed doors with our PA and your representatives, and we're going to hash it out there. And if it really gets bad, maybe we'll have a strike, but it's never going to get to be personal. And the way this is playing out right now, and has been playing out basically ever since Caitlin Clark brought all the eyeballs, is everything is under a microscope. The front offices and the brass doesn't know how to deal with it. The players still haven't really understood that now that all the eyes are on you, you can't act the way you did 4 years ago. Like, for example, this might be a really odd example. Asia Wilson played great in that elimination game. And if you saw in the post-game conference, the reporter asked, like, hey, how were you able to be as successful and as you were down the stretch? She said, well, my teammates gave me the ball where I like it. And then she makes a joke about liking balls around her, which was a clear sexual innuendo she was referring to. Can you imagine if they ask Shai Gilgeous-Alexander a question like that and he makes some sexual reference during the postgame? Like, no.
I don't even know who you are right now. Alex, you're right. Alex,
we
you're
can't
right.
do that.
This guy gets highbrow when he gets on this
We
other
can't
side.
be doing
Do you
that.
listen to our show? Fox Sports Radio. It's your boys, the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on a Magic City Monday. We're back at it. Hopefully you had a great weekend. Got a lot coming up over the next couple hours, so make sure you stay with us. Rob Parker, MLB Bro, Odd Couple FSR, K-Dub Live for myself on socials. Reach out to us that way. Right now it is time for the play of the day. Jonathan Taylor had a huge game. The Colts, man, I guess they're telling us all, don't sleep on us. That is your Tire Rack play of the day. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. Now it's time for Shekel City.
All right, here we go. The last time I was here, 2-1. That brought my record up to 29-30. 29-30 since we've reset the clock. Here we go tonight. I'm going to take the Brewers.
Okay.
-1.5.
Not mad at
over
that.
the Cubbies. No. Milwaukee trying to go up 2-0 at home in Milwaukee. And the Monday Night Football game, I'm going to go with the Jaguars +3.5 hosting Kansas City. Jaguars off to a 3-1 start.
Mm-hmm.
Big game in their existence right now. This is it.
This
It
is a
really
big game
is.
for them.
Because if they win this game and we just get 4-1, right? You beat the Chiefs. You knock the Chiefs down. This is the opportunity.
So you think a big game from Trevor Lawrence on his 26th birthday?
Well, I just think that I like the 3.5. Maybe they lose.
They lose by 3.
Field goal. I'm hoping they win, but I'm just saying that they play well and that's it. So again, best bet: Brewers minus 1.5 in Milwaukee, and I'm gonna take the Jaguars plus 3.5 because last week's explosion against Baltimore has been proven that it's the Ravens' defense, not anybody's offense. Because we saw Houston couldn't score to save a touchdown to save their lives. They scored 6 touchdowns coming into this game.
Mm-hmm.
They had 5 all season. They had 6 on Sunday against Baltimore.
Yeah.
And yet John Harbaugh still is going to keep the DC.
We'll get to that.
And we will get to that. But I told you, everybody jumped on me. Oh,
I'm still jumping on you.
All right.
All right, there you have it.
Remember, I'm not telling you who to
What
bet
you
on.
telling us?
I'm telling you who I bet on.
All right, there you have it. What were you, Rob G? You were about to tell us something before the break.
Yeah, I got inside sources on what's going on with LeBron
that's what it
James
was.
and the decision part 2. According to multiple sources close to the situation.
Okay, what the sauces talking
Sauces
about?
or sources?
No, sauces.
No, the sauces. Barbecue sauce. He been hanging around with Tony in the back.
Exactly. Because Chris always had sources, right? I got sauces.
Okay.
It's a little bit different.
Well, I don't think his worked out or yours.
Why you got to go there?
What's your sausage dripping by? What they got for us?
So what's going on is this is more LeBron James trying to pull the wool over our eyes because this is just a cross promotion with Amazon Prime because Prime Day is coming.
I 1,000% believe that. Because
What
that's
else
why I
could it
said
be?
that's why I said
Decision
Lay's potato chips or something, like I gotta decide sour cream or barbecue. Like I knew it was gonna be something like that.
I thought they were going to say 50% off Blaze Pizza since they don't put a lot of cheese on it anyway. I'm just saying.
You don't go to Blaze Pizza.
I went to Blaze.
You gave it a shot?
And I was like, I wanted to set the place ablaze. I'm just saying.
Hey, Rob G, we need to keep a list of all the places he doesn't go now.
I know.
The red place that has a panda on their box, don't know who that could be. The place that is 50 yards from us that sells
the only place in walking distance from here
That's
that
right.
not going to.
Crazy Chicken.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Crazy Chicken. That's a good way of
That's a good way of referencing
No, I'm
it.
just saying like
There you go.
And now he's not ordering Prime because
now you are not
LeBron.
ordering Prime because LeBron or Blaze Pizza.
Or Blaze
Who's
Pizza.
counting the string
Rob
cheese?
G,
Like,
have you
can y'all put 11 more pieces on there, please?
Have you eaten at Blaze? Have you
Not in years.
Have you
Well, my daughters go just about, not every, but like a lot of after their gymnastics. That's like their thing after gymnastics.
But the pizza's not that great. They don't put enough cheese on
They're
it. for me.
kids. They don't know any better. But that's the thing, though. You got to know you got to finesse that thing.
When I was in New York over the weekend before I went to Connecticut,
Yeah.
cheese slices with gobs of cheese
All right.
for
All right.
$1.50.
See, y'all got to relax. Y'all
And-
New
and you
Yorkers
know
drive
what?
me crazy, but y'all got the best pizza in the
That's the
world.
best pizza.
Y'all got to relax.
And the pizza I had, no rat hair. It was very good. It was delicious.
You know that I just heard there's 3 types of rats.
Oh,
out
stop.
there.
Don't bring up the rat talk. Don't.
Wait, you the one brought it up?
No. I
There's
don't want to
3
hear.
types.
I don't want to hear about rats.
There's
Stop
3
it.
types.
Have
Just
you ever
saying.
seen one in like a real New York rat before?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Who hasn't? Yeah,
It's
if
like
you-
a raccoon.
If you don't in New York, how have you really gone to New York?
you know
It is
what?
crazy how big they are.
I'm gonna
And
tell
there's-
you this, and I know I'm gonna put a jinx on myself.
Oh, here you go. I've never seen one.
The last 10 times I've been in New York, I've not seen a rat.
That's
And I
'cause you
take
walk straight
I
into
take
the building.
I
Because
take the subway.
They're
No,
subletting in the building across the
I
street.
take
That's how
the
big they are.
subway. I do all that. I walk the street. Seriously, I'm not exaggerating.
Oh, well, you're definitely better knock on some wood.
I mean, but I've seen people, running in the street.
I'm
Yeah,
curious
we've
about
seen
these
people,
3
and you
types,
are
though.
people. We saw it in New Orleans.
Well, because I didn't want to see it.
What's the 3 types? I'm
I don't
So-
like
curious.
it.
so there are-
do that during the break.
There's the ones that
wanna-
are sluggish.
stop
They say
it.
it's because they're poisoned. Like they've eaten the poison, but they haven't died. So they're like zombies. Those are the sluggish ones.
Stop it. Why do we got to hear this?
Okay,
Then
rat
there's
so
the
talk?
what?
ones who breaking fast, little squeamish ones. And then there's the last ones who all they want to do is eat your toes, Rob.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready? Yes! I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is.
Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham! We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank you.
Love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it.
You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable.
He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong.
Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape with the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win,
sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants some?
bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
The Dodgers have just taken a 1-0 lead at Philadelphia, top of the 7th. This is Game 2 of the best-of-5 NL Division Series. There is a video review, but the Dodgers' Teoscar Hernandez has just scored from third on a broken bat infield hit. Looks like Blake Snell is done after 6 innings of pitching for L.A. Just 1 hit allowed. He had 9 strikeouts, 4 walks. The Phillies starter tonight, Jesus Luzardo, was sensational. 6+ innings, retired 17 straight at one point. He's about to be charged with a run, again pending review. Coming up at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Milwaukee, which won its opener, will host the Cubs again. The American League games are on FS1 again tomorrow. In 15 minutes, kickoff of the Monday night game at Jacksonville. Jaguars hosting Kansas City. The Chargers are placing first-round running back Emari and Hampton on injured reserve. Patriots running back Antonio Gibson is out for the year after last night's torn ACL. I'm Steve DeSager.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 2 on a Magic City Monday. Yeah, I'm still tingling from the weekend. I'll say that.
Didn't need to know. You like that?
Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. It is the Odd Couple. Aches and pains can sneak in during the holiday hustle and bustle. That's right. Aleve can help you forget the pain, make happy memories instead. That's right. Just one pill. That's all you need. Aleve provides up to 12 hours of body pain relief so that you can keep moving. Use as directed. And don't forget, with the new iHeartRadio app, you can stream us whenever and wherever you happen to be. Catch us and all the Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7 in the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app and stream us live all day, every day. And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets like the good old days, and they'll pop up at the top of the screen every single time. Don't forget TJ Houshmandzadeh in his regular spot on a Monday night. In about 28 minutes, he's the former Pro Bowl wide receiver and host of Up On Game. Right here on Fox Sports Radio, we'll give you an update on the baseball. The Dodgers have scored.
Yeah.
It's 1-0.
Bases loaded.
They got bases loaded with 1 out. So the Phillies are in a tight spot because we're in the 7th inning. So it's getting
cruising through. I looked up, was like, oh,
they went
through the 6th.
And so here we are. This is a big hit here. Could get them in a good spot. Give the Dodgers a chance of going up 2-0. Mm-hmm. And remember, there's a difference between 2-0 when you win your games at home and you win them on the road. The Dodgers will have won 2 in Philadelphia.
And go home.
Yeah. You know, like that is a big advantage if that is to be the case.
I might try to be up in there or something.
You know, so that's one thing. And then again, for people just joining us, we talked about it earlier, just a pretty awesome weekend for me at Southern Connecticut State University.
Yeah.
Having the press box named after me, and you should check out the pictures. It's what I dreamt about. That picture is what I had envisioned.
I told you, man, you look svelte. You denied yourself for so long. You said no cheesecake, no carbs, no sex. You did it, man.
Excuse me.
I got carried away.
You got carried away.
Okay, my bad. I thought you went full boxer, Rob. But, when they dedicated, they said, I ain't doing nothing. Hey, baby, look, give me 8 weeks. I went too far?
Yeah. That remind me of Saturday Night Live or something, and they were doing something. It was like, when did you start having sex? And he was like 12 or 13 years old or something, and the other person was like, 12 or 13 years old? Really? You were having sex? That's unbelievable. And then he goes, oh, you mean with another person?
Oh, so is that what you're telling me? You did go this whole time without it. Let me stop there. I had I don't know how far I can go with the jokey joke. I'm trying to make it 6 years like you.
Yeah,
so.
Be careful.
Yeah,
all right?
Yeah.
The contract's up.
But yeah, I'm glad you
years,
withheld yourself, and it did you well, man. Look at you. Your legs were strong.
Nah, it was.
Look at you. Stood up there the whole time while they presented it, unveiled your name.
It was fun. Well,
was she there?
Then that boy, Mary, that boy had dessert afterwards, didn't he?
All right, Mary.
Baby, I'm back.
Peaches and cream.
That boy said, I got to keep strong.
3-0 Dodgers. There was a big hit by somebody. Yeah. I didn't see who was up.
I think it
Will Smith. 2-1.
That wasn't Will Smith. Was it Will Smith? It was Will Smith.
That's a big hit.
Welcome back.
There. Because that's a 2-out hit, right?
Oh, yeah.
That was a 2-out hit.
And that's what he does. And that's why I told you the Dodgers are going to win it all.
That's a big hit.
Too many, him, Teoscar Hernandez, Shohei, it's too many people, too many clutch hitters.
You've been saying the Dodgers are going to win it all for the last 4 years, but it's all right. And I've been saying the Padres, and, of course, I got hurt again.
You said the Yankees, Padres, Yankees ain't won it in I don't know how long.
2009.
Don't act like that was 10 years ago.
When the Dodgers won it in 2020, they hadn't won it in 31 years.
But now they're 2020, 2024, about to be 2025.
Dodgers bullpen.
Move out the way. It's a new evil empire.
Okay, can we talk about?
Wait till the bullpen comes out, Rob.
Wait till
the bullpen.
Hey, you ain't lying there.
Wait till the bullpen.
You ain't lying there, boy. Shook it. They got to get up by at least 6.
Right.
Rob watching Dodgers, like, this is financially rough for me to see this.
No, you got Mookie.
Yeah,
you got Mookie.
So we rode Mookie to the ground for a couple of years there.
I told you, all you have to do is have Afro-Latino.
Stop it. We're not doing
just trying to tell you.
We good.
Then you back.
We got to get the Yankees in. They got 7 brothers on the team. That's all we need.
That's
they
a
really
whole
got
year's
7?
worth of content right there.
Dang.
Yankees, yeah.
Shoot, they got to.
They're the black. They're the black Yankees this year.
Yeah, there's only 7 other brothers in the whole rest of the league, and they got half the league.
That's all right. We'll ride them.
Hold
all
on,
right,
man.
Rob G. The Ravens. They got blowed out again. They got blowed out by the Texans, who couldn't score against anybody.
By the way,
yes,
I think you lost a pick 'em with that.
What?
Yeah, you did.
Did I?
Yeah, you lost. I picked for you. We lost by 1. I went 2-3, Rob. That's right on par for you. That's like where you're usually.
Yeah, that is actually where you are.
4-1.
No. That's where you are.
All right, Rob G. But good anyway.
No, yeah, Baltimore Ravens. Everybody's Super Bowl pick on the show.
Dang it, man,
tough scene for us.
Not
man.
just us. Everybody.
Everybody. We got the sheet in there. It's about 25, 30 people. Everybody.
Oh yeah, it ain't just us.
Now you mentioned it, Rob. Quickly, the Houston Texans coming into Sunday had only scored 5 touchdowns as a team.
You hear that? 5.
They scored 6 against the Baltimore Ravens.
Dang.
They ended up winning 44-10. The 34-point loss tied for the second worst margin of defeat under John Harbaugh. Their largest home defeat since 2013. The 44 points they allowed is the most in a home game in Harbaugh's 18 seasons as a coach. Obviously a low point for Harbaugh and that much beleaguered defense. Even still, he's decided he's going to stick with defensive coordinator Zach Orr, even as they continue to suffer humiliating defeat after humiliating defeat. And in fact, Kyle Van Noy, one of their veteran leaders on defense, was asked after the game if, again, another blowout loss, another situation where the defense doesn't even show up to the game.
The guy was drafted by the Lions? Kyle Van Noy? Yeah, I think he was. Go ahead, Ron.
Was asked if he thought that maybe John Harbaugh and Zach Orr's messaging was no longer getting through to the team. Take a listen to his response.
Do you feel like the messages that are coming from John or Zach or whomever aren't getting through in some way?
That's probably a question that's above my pay grade. Probably, I think that's a Harbaugh and ZO question. To be honest, I think their messaging is fine, and we got to be the group to take that and go out and do the simple things right, the fundamentals. Easy, basic stuff.
Well, I mean, he gave the right answer. What are you going to say there? That's not really for him to be able to put that in a spot like that, and talk about that. You get confronted with it. You got to know how to answer it. So, did Shohei get a hit? It's 4-0.
He did. Yep.
So that's another 2-out hit. There's 3 hits right there with 2 out. 3 runs with 2 outs.
Yeah.
Those are big. Those are the big ones in baseball, because baseball, especially the playoffs, is pitching and timely hitting. You don't need to score a lot. You want to get timely hitting, timely hits.
I mean,
2-out hits, guys and runners in scoring position. Bring them in from third with less than 2 outs. That's how you win playoff
To
games.
your point, the Tigers almost did that yesterday. Couldn't get anything. So they got the 2 timely hits that ended up.
That's another game, let me tell you. With Scooble pitching up 1-0 after you win in Seattle, that's the game you want to win. Am I right?
Hey, I know he walked in that clubhouse like, hey, man, I don't ask for much.
That's the one.
Can you get a few hits?
That's the one. I mean, because you would have been up 2-0 again, winning 2 games in Seattle, coming back to Detroit.
You got a
series.
Yeah, the offense is we got a million conversations going on right
But
now.
anyway,
well, that's what happens when it's Monday night going on and great playoff baseball going on. NBA will be starting in a minute, boy. I tell you.
No. We're going to talk about whatever's going on. I mean, we're not going to ignore.
You got lamb chops going on that you ain't sharing? I'm sorry, I got carried away. You got one more lamb chop, and I'm going to know something. You got one more lamb chop. Rob G, he come in here with one more lamb chop, dripping down, hold it up like it's a popsicle.
Hey, when y'all eat tonight on me, y'all going to be ribs, wings.
I already had the mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. Kelvin put his fork in the mac and cheese. I'm
No.
don't double
brand
dip.
new fork.
Don't double dip
that I
in
scooped
mac.
once. That Tone told me to do it. He said, you got to do it. I told him it's 3 things I'm snobbish on. Mac and cheese, because that's just, that's a staple. Coffee, randomly, out the blue. And then this one's super random, crab cakes. Don't ask. Those 3 things. So I told him I'm weary of everybody's mac because I love mac so much.
His mac and cheese
His mac and
is
cheese is on point. It made me want to smack somebody, mama.
And we got greens, and we got cornbread.
No, it's
so
going
we
down.
really and
It's going
champagne.
down.
So we're good tonight.
It's
Okay.
going down.
Here we go. I said this after week 1.
You did.
When they blew the game in Buffalo. At some point, John Harbaugh. Come on. Really? Is this what? And I get it. Lamar's out. You want to use that as an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
You can't use it as an excuse because the defense gives up 40 points, and it started in Buffalo when they blew that game. Lamar and them came out and put a 40 piece on the opening night on the road, and they lost. And I said John Harbaugh should be fired. And everybody, oh, you're a prisoner of the moment. Oh, you're going to get the coach, blah, blah, blah. And now look where they are. They're in a hole that they're not going to get out of. I mean, this is like going to be a wash season. They're not going to fix this. The DC doesn't get fired after they gave up 6 touchdowns to the Houston Texans? Seriously. That alone, wait a minute. They scored 5 touchdowns coming into the game all season, and they got 6 on us? Dude, where's your key and clicker, okay?
David Carr so mad. He like, why couldn't I have had that defense I had to face? I could have stayed in the league.
Right.
David Carr somewhere. Matt.
You think I'm crazy? I'm serious about Harbaugh.
I know you are.
When you start holding on to your guys and nobody is held accountable, you talk about players being held accountable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the coaches? Hey, no way. The coaches have to somewhat be held accountable as well on why this isn't happening and why they're so bad.
So when we had this conversation, I was not firing John Harbaugh. Here is my issue with John Harbaugh and my conversations, if I'm the general manager, that I would have to have with him or he needs to have with himself in the mirror. Couple of things. Number one, you talk about the defensive coordinator who is still safe. You don't have to update his LinkedIn page as we speak. But when I look at these numbers, you can't be this. You can't be last in points allowed per game, which is obvious as we talked about. They're giving up points to everybody, 35.4. You can't be the worst defense. Rob, how many yards do you think they're giving up per game?
320. I'm just
407 yards a game is crazy. Pass defense, you're second to last, giving up 266. And in run defense, you're 27th, giving up 141. That's horrendous. You can't be bad at stopping the run and stopping the pass. Absolutely horrific. Here's another issue I have. They lack awareness right now because he's probably thinking, man, sometimes I hear him talk as if they were a play or two away. Man, we just, we got to tighten up. He's making it like, oh, man, if we got a bad pass interference call or, man, we had the one bad fumble. No, I just read you the numbers of how bad it is. Also, you know what I think is happening to them? And this happens when you have greatness. I think they've gotten Lamar Jackson spoiled. Where the defense is used to, we're going to put up 30 to 45 points. We'll be good. Even if we get down. Me and you sat here, what do we do? Oh, they can go down 0-3. They'll be fine. It's Lamar. And I think the team as a whole and the defense specifically has just gotten used to, we got Lamar, we'll be all right. And that isn't how you operate if you're trying to get to that next level. You should be saying, man, we got Lamar all week. We want to help Lamar. We want to make sure we are that additive to him so that he ever has a bad night. God forbid Lamar Jackson ever have a bad night.
Right.
If he loses, a couple of intercepts, we got his back. And that's what the Chiefs were able to do. Patrick Mahomes wasn't great last year or the year before. But they were able, his defense able to hold it down. When Peyton Manning finally won a championship? What did we say? Man, if he ever had a defense, finally had Mathis and Freeney and Bob Sanders and those guys, and they had a defense that can say, hey, if you're ever just normal, like they were in the Super Bowl they won, remember against the Bears, they weren't great. Thankfully, they had a defense that can hold it down as well. My point is, I think the Ravens have gotten so Lamar-centric that they haven't figured out another way. And last
But
point,
this is really bad. Like something internally is wrong. I'm not saying they're going to be the greatest defense. This isn't the Ravens defense that won a Super Bowl.
Ray Lewis ain't walking through that
Exactly. You know what I mean? But this is 40 points a game, and to cough up that game in Buffalo. You remember where Josh Allen had 275 yards or 250 in the fourth quarter. That's not like a mishap, like somebody made a bad play or got turned around. That's like you're not stopping anybody. The Lions rushed for 250 yards. Like that. Like there's something else there internally that can't be all the players, and that's why I'm saying at some point, what will it take you to say John Harbaugh won a Super Bowl? That was like many years ago, and it's been nothing but disappointment. That's why I'm saying I think it should be time. What are you waiting on?
I'm gonna say this. Just like an eye in your house, or an oven, you start to warm that thing. You're ready to throw a pizza in the oven. You got to warm it up. I'm warming up the seat. It ain't hot, but it's warm because, again, you know me. I like stability. I don't want to just get rid of a guy and then go, you, come here. You take the job. Now, if you're on your job and you got a search and you have found the new Kyle Shanahan, Flores, Sean McVay or something, then okay, that's a different conversation. But I'm not a fan of just firing a guy and then closing your eyes and looking around. But something definitely has to change. And again, for me, they have to picture themselves. We have to be good at all facets. It can't just be, well, we got Lamar, he'll figure it out. Because that's not fair to Lamar. Because in order to win, there are going to be times where your run, he wasn't his best, but you picked him up. Because that's happened to every great quarterback. There are times where that defense picked him up. Their special teams picked him up. Other guys around them, they ran the ball and just ran the ball 35 times down someone's throat. Whatever happened to that? So, yeah, they need a whole philosophy change right now because something's going on.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Should John Harbaugh be fired in Baltimore? I try to tell you after week 1. Do the Ravens need to make a change? Or are you cool with this? Giving up 40 points a week defensively. Seriously, we'll continue the conversation next with you. We want to hear from you. 877-99 on Fox. It is The Odd Couple on a Magic City Monday. Rob Parker along with Kelvin Washington right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Unless you got...
Oh, yeah. Finna go eat right now. Rob, don't get mad. About to go make a plate right now. I'm going to make a plate.
I'm not going to say, I won't go so far as to say that Sean McVay, is shook when it comes to Kyle Shanahan, but he definitely doesn't act like himself when he's coaching against Kyle Shanahan. And maybe it's because he had that 11-6 regular season record head-to-head, and the one win, again, shout out to Rob Parker, that he has in the postseason. They faced off once in the playoffs, NFC Championship game. If Jaquiski Tartt catches an interception that hits him in the chest, then he's 0-1 in the playoffs too.
Boy, if he got a penny for every time y'all bring up his name,
we're keeping his memory alive.
Millionaire.
Right? So someone's got to. I'm glad it could be the Odd Couple. But Sean McVay, who is a great coach, he is going to be in the Hall of Fame. He has his own tree, like where half the league is guys who either worked with Sean McVay or knew Sean McVay at a certain point in time, so they got hired as a job in the NFL. He is a phenomenal coach, but there is something about when he goes against Kyle Shanahan, and maybe it's because McVay technically is part of Kyle Shanahan's tree, if you want to play that game, where he always feels like, to your point, I gotta one up this guy. Like we both know what we want to do, we both know each other inside and out, so I'm gonna zig when I normally didn't because he expected me to zag, so I kind of gotta overthink and oversmart my own self to beat this guy. And that's a problem because you're going to face them twice a year. Normally, when these teams are healthy, they're going to be really good, and there's a good chance they might face each other in the postseason. So if you can't allow yourself in a game like last night, where Matthew Stafford's known for 389, 3 touchdowns, no picks, to your point, you have the best player on the field in Puka Nacua, who, aside from being the best wide receiver this season, he's arguably been the best player like this side of Lamar Jackson, just on a snap-by-snap basis. He's been that good. And your decision is, after a timeout, to run a running halfback dive behind 2 wide receivers.
With a small back.
With a small running back. It's like, the obvious answer is too obvious. I can't do that because Kyle's expecting me to be obvious. So I gotta really outsmart him here by calling something like this. And that's a problem. But to your final point, and this might be my bigger takeaway from last night's game, is I don't know if the Rams are good. Like, and this hurts me to say because my dad, rest in peace, is a diehard Rams fan. You know, even in heaven, he's a Rams fan. I'm sure
he's mad at you. We're looking at you right now.
Yeah,
like,
I'm sure
what you about to say, son?
I'm sure he would have called me like, man, did you see that game last night? What the hell were they doing? Like, you know, but they beat Houston, who we know now is not any good. It was 14-9. It was a struggle in that game. They struggled for 3 quarters against Tennessee, who was winless at 0-4. Those 2 teams are combined 1-7. The only reason Houston even has a win is because they faced Tennessee last week, so one of them had to win, right?
Yep.
Philadelphia spotted them an entire half of football where they didn't show up and still found a way to win that game. Last week against Indianapolis, which is a good win for them because Indianapolis is much better than people think. If you watch that game and you're not just looking at the box score, A.D. Mitchell has a long touchdown where he, drops the ball going into the end zone.
Why people can't just wait till they get in the end zone?
Why do they got Deshaun Jackson it every time? But that happens. And on what should have been the game-winning touchdown run by Jonathan Taylor, A.D. Mitchell again has a phantom holding call, which wipes it out, which eventually preserves the win for the Rams. And then you happened last night where they go against a shorthanded team, which statistically this season was the biggest upset in the NFL, even bigger than the Browns beating the Packers a couple of weeks ago. According to Vegas, that win last night by San Francisco was the most improbable victory of the young NFL season. So you have 2 wins against bad teams, Houston and Tennessee. You blow a game against Philadelphia. You blow a game against a shorthanded San Francisco 49ers team. And you have, I guess you would call a good win against the Colts. But we all know what should have happened in that game. What our eyes tell us is you lost that game. They had you dead to rights and you got saved by a couple of fluky plays. So I ask you again, are we sure that the Los Angeles Rams, with Matthew Stafford, who's playing really well, Puka Nacua looks like the best player in football, Devontae Adams having a resurgent season, are we sure they're actually even any good?
The Rams are good. I'm going to tell you a couple of reasons why the Rams are good. Fox Sports Radio. It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin, on a Magic City Monday. Shout out to Miss Mary Mack on the ones and twos. TJ Houshmandzadeh getting ready to join us here in about 5 minutes or so. Former Pro Bowl wide receiver and co-host of Up on Game on Fox Sports Radio. Got some good baseball going on right now. We got Monday night going on a whole lot. Steve DeSager will get you updated on that in just a bit. Be sure to check out our brand new YouTube channel, and you can watch us live on YouTube right now. That's where we are simulcasting as we speak for YouTube. You can see the both of us. All you got to do is search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube, and again, that's Odd Couple FSR. Then hit the subscribe button. You don't have to stop there. Then you can like it, you can thumbs up, you can comment, you can share, all that good stuff. Let us know who you're riding with on whatever topic we're talking about. Hit us up and subscribe. Again, all you got to do is search Odd Couple FSR. We're talking about Ravens. Is it time to fire Harbaugh? I say no. Rob has been saying yes since week 1. And 877-99 on Fox. We got a call?
Yep.
Who we
got? Drew in New Jersey. You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Drew?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's time because I think they have too good of defenders for them to be that bad. I think situationally they need somebody that situationally knows how to handle those pressure moments that can help guide Lamar in those pressure moments. I think you offer Bill Belichick that job. However, you tell him that you need to leave the girlfriend back in North Carolina. Also,
Drew,
the Bucs are going to be the Super Bowl.
Drew, I ain't mad at the Bucs take. I hear that. The Super Bowl's up for grabs right now, but you took it too far with the Bill Belichick. Number one, Bill Belichick don't even want to coach no more. She's making him coach. He want to be at home. He's tired. He don't want to be doing none of this. She's trying to keep him relevant out there. That man is tired. Did you hear him after that loss they had? That man is. He want to go home, bro. He's 88.
After the game,
oh boy!
Instead of ordering,
what you about to say?
He asked for a wheelchair to be taken home.
That's
it's so bad.
No, the little joint you see, man, at the grocery store. He tired, man.
Did you see that latest mini controversy they got involved in this morning?
Which one?
So Drake May had a great game last night, right? And upsetting.
Yeah, they don't want to celebrate.
They don't want to post anything related to Patriots stuff.
Oh yeah.
On the North Carolina feed in any kind of way.
Yep.
Even though Drake May is one of the few really good NFL players that have come out of North Carolina.
Probably the greatest, though. Lawrence Taylor came out of there.
But I mean, in recent memory,
I know, right? Because it's not a football school.
And they said, no, we're not sharing anything. And it wasn't until somebody pointed it out, like, hey, this is like a band they got going. And it took them, once that became public, like 20 minutes later, they put a Drake May highlight in a package of other players, so it wasn't just Drake May.
But no. The school has to acknowledge Drake May. I mean, come on.
Bill Belichick, you about to beat me to it.
Right.
Yeah, Bill Belichick is new.
Stop it.
Might not even go anywhere after this year. Seriously, there's no guarantee. He can pay us $10 million, whatever it is, and move on.
You don't do that as a school because somebody's there and he's got an axe to grind. He's one of your own, right? He's one of your own. You should. I'm not saying you got to trumpet the Patriots or whatever, but Drake May just had a game and
big
beat
win for him.
Undefeated team,
a career type of a win. One of those moments. Absolutely, you show some love to that, and you don't let one person just come in and run things who hasn't earned it. This ain't Nick Saban. You know what I mean? Who's 6, 7, 8, 9 years of dominance.
That's what they've done at Colorado with Deion. Like let's retire everybody's number. This and that and all that. They didn't win anything.
No, that's a fair point.
Seriously, I sure they got better, but did they win anything?
You didn't have to do it so immediately. I'm not even saying you shouldn't have done it in general, but to do it so immediately.
There were other Colorado football players who had better.
Is Cordell Stewart up there?
Yes. No, Cordell Stewart's
Cordell
not up
Slash
there.
ain't got no statue? That's about all I got. Didn't they have a running back? I think they did have one running back, too. I ain't mistaken. All right, TJ Houshmandzadeh on the way. We'll get to him just a moment. Right now, some good things happening in sports. That's why Steve DeSager's here. Hey, Steve.
We'll start with the baseball playoffs as the Dodgers got 4 runs top of the 7th and lead at Philadelphia 4-0. 1 out, bottom of the 8th right now. LA trying to take a 2-0 lead in this best-of-5 division series. The Dodger rally ruined a great start from Jesus Luzardo. 6+ innings. He had retired 17 straight at one point. Great outing from LA's Blake Snell. 6 scoreless innings, 1 hit allowed, 9 strikeouts, 4 walks. Emmett Sheehan on for a 1-2-3 7th inning. It only took 9 pitches, so they've kept him in, and he's pitching the 8th as well right now. Dodgers up 4-0. Will Smith with a key 2-run single in that 4-run 7th inning. Coming up in a half an hour, it's top seed Milwaukee hosting the Cubs again. Brewers took the opener. To Monday Night Football, Jacksonville is hosting Kansas City. This game is scoreless so far in the early minutes. As for the NFL news from today, not good for the Chargers. Again, they already have running back Najee Harris out for the year with a torn Achilles, and now first-round running back Omari and Hampton on injured reserve, bad ankle, so he'll miss at least 4 games. Running back of the Patriots, Antonio Gibson, out for the year.
That's a tough one. I like the pop of this one.
Torn ACL, and Green Bay wide receiver Christian Watson practiced for the first time since last year's torn ACL. Back to you.
Sorry, Steve. See, that's why you're a professional. It was, and Steve gave me a look that said, Steve said, boy, let me tell you, he said, you lucky there's about 6 inches of glass in between us right now. Sorry, Steve, I'm bombarded right now with so much stuff. It is the Odd Couple.
Be careful.
It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin, on a Magic City Monday. Aches, pains, they can sneak up on you during the holiday hustle and bustle of leave.
Eggs, pains, potatoes,
cheese, and greens, and beans. By the way, my hands are still burning from the rib. It was that good, hot, and fresh, and delicious, by the way. Looking forward to getting a plate in just a moment. But Aleve going to help you forget about the pain and make those memories instead. With just one pill, Aleve provides up to 12 hours of body pain relief so you can keep it moving. Use as directed. We're joined now, as we are on Mondays, by our man TJ Houshmandzadeh, a former Pro Bowl wide receiver, co-host of Up On Game on Fox Sports Radio. And you can follow him at Hoosh84 on X. What up, man?
Man, how y'all doing, man? Good to hear y'all voice, man. Y'all doing a great job as always.
My
Ready
man.
to go, baby.
Man, we appreciate you, man.
Let's appreciate that. I want to start here.
Don't even say what I think you're about to say, because Hoosh is going to have an issue with
I know
it.
Hoosh doesn't think that John Harbaugh should be fired. But they're giving up 40 points a game, okay? The defensive coordinator is there. He's standing by. I mean, what do you got to do? At some point, you got to make a change. Don't the coaches at some point, TJ, have to be held accountable as well? If you're cutting players, if they don't perform well, you're going to move on or bench them or get rid of them. Why don't the coaches have the same kind of responsibility or accountability?
To a certain degree, Rob, you're right, and you have a great point. I'll say this, specifically to the Baltimore Ravens, is I'm not firing John Harbaugh. He's a great coach. That's number one. Number two, they have their best D lineman. He's out. Roquan Smith, their best linebacker. He's out. Best 2 guys in their secondary, Kyle Hamilton and Marlon Humphrey. They're out.
Were they out week 1 when they gave
No. They weren't. They weren't out.
Okay.
Matabuke was. He was.
All right, but that's my
point. I'll say this. At some point, Harbaugh is going to have to get with Zach Gordon, that's the defensive coordinator, and figure out why is this happening. Is it the play calls? Is it a lack of understanding from the players? Or is it the players themselves?
Right.
And whatever it is, changes have to be made. That's a fact. You can't just keep going down this road and saying, oh, we're going to get better. Oh, we're going to get better. What is it? Is it the play calls? Is it the coaching? Or is it the players not making plays? It has to be one of the three. It may be all of the three, but they need to figure that out for sure.
And here, just a little follow-up. The Texans came in with 5 touchdowns all year. They scored 6 yesterday, TJ. Like that should be a bad sign that the Texans couldn't score. And they scored 6 touchdowns.
Hey, the Texans said the Ravens is just what the doctor ordered.
Yes. Right. You know what? But did the prescription call for an overdose? That's all I want to know.
To me, it's I saw a stat today. This Ravens team, through 5 games, has given up more points than the 2000 Ravens with Ray Lewis and Ed Reed did the entire season.
I believe that.
I do believe that.
They were letting people 8, 7 points, 3 points.
That team was unbelievable.
When you think the Baltimore Ravens, you think defense.
Yeah.
And so that's why they need to get this fixed. And to me, it's a combination of the coaching and the players. It's not just on the players. It's not just on the coaching. It goes hand in hand because they've never been this bad. And so you can't just put it on the coach. You can't just These things are married. And so somebody has to be a leader on that defense, and if guys don't understand what's going on, help them out. Or the coaches they need to simplify things or make better calls. And Harbaugh knows this, and maybe he's just giving the coach a chance to do it. You're not doing it? Okay, now I'm going to have to do it for you.
TJ Houshmandzadeh, our guest on with the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on the Magic City Monday. Let me ask you about this. Rob, Rob and I get in here, yell at each other, and go at it. One of the things we did agree on was that Pete Carroll wasn't it. And we didn't see the vision there. Now they're sitting here 1-4. Geno doesn't look great. He's regressing. He finally had a few good years. Now he's going back to old Geno. So there's that. But on the flip side,
I would take a cold slice of Geno's pizza over Geno Smith right now. I'm just saying, TJ.
And the other side of that, TJ, is the Colts are 4-1, and Daniel Jones told everybody, "Shut up, y'all." Said I was, not the guy. He is looking great. So the contrast of the two teams. Just tell me what you think about the Colts and how bad it is for the Raiders.
Well, I'm going to say this. It's early. Daniel Jones needs to be an MVP candidate the way he's playing. That's number one.
It's way early.
It's early, but the way they're playing, if they can keep this up, and I'm glad you guys brought up the Raiders because Pete Carroll said we expect to compete. And we expect to be right there.
Mm-hmm.
They not right there.
No,
they
ain't right there.
You thought AP was the problem, and Pete Carroll's coaching better players than AP had. At least he got a quarterback back there, and they look awful. They look terrible.
Awful.
And the Raiders, I don't know where do they get another win from? Unless a team just takes them lightly, they may go 1-16. Now, that's hard to do, but
they got the Titans next week, and they're coming off. And the Titans just came off an improbable win with Miami. But you're right, it's really bad. And Pete Carroll, everybody was selling this culture and this and that. I would keep the culture starts when you start winning. That's when people
start winning.
You got to win some game before people are on that.
The thing that puzzles me is Pete Carroll has always been a run first guy. We're going to run the ball. We're going to play defense. He is letting Geno Smith air that thing out. And he's leading the league in picks. And so at some point, you draft a running back in the top 10, you got to make him earn that money. And give Ashton Gentry the ball and say, you know what, this is what it's going to be. Because you can't continue to air it out. And Geno Smith is turning it over at the rate that he is. But it's not going to be easy for the Raiders and Pete Carroll to do what they're doing, but wish them the best.
I was going to ask you, Dallas Cowboys, I know they were chanting MVP for Dak and whatnot. Where are you on? I know doesn't have a number one receiver, and you got because CeeDee Lamb is out and some offensive linemen, and somehow they're putting it together. But I'm just not impressed by the wins and who they're beating. MVP, I'm not on that bandwagon.
CeeDee Lamb is out. George Pickens is the number one receiver. He's that talented, and so let's not start that narrative that he don't have anybody to throw to. He has a great.
But that's what they're trying to say. I know.
I'm not buying that because I know football. I know the game. And George Pickens is a number one receiver.
For sure.
He can do it. He can go deep. He can run routes. He can make contested catches. He can do everything. The Cowboys, because of expectations weren't high, and they're playing better than people expected. It's Dak Prescott is a good player. He's played like this before. When they get to the playoffs, we need to see the regular season Dak in the playoffs. That's the only problem I think that Dak has had is he's had really good regular seasons, and then they play the Green Bay Packers the first game, and you're like, wait, that wasn't the Dak we saw in the playoffs. Then they play the San Francisco 49ers, and that ain't the Dak we saw in the regular season. I'm sorry. That's the Dak they want to see. And so, but the Cowboys are doing a lot better than many had expected, I included. But to me, when you talk MVP, it's Baker Mayfield, Daniel Jones, and whoever else you want to put in there.
Yeah, Rob and I are going to have another conversation about that, the MVP, in just a moment. TJ, our guest here, let me get you out of here on this one. What happened? What's going on with the Chargers all of a sudden? The Chargers were Super Bowl champions.
Jim Harbaugh is the best coach and all
TJ,
that.
we had the Packers and the Chargers. We already all agreed. That was it. What happened?
I'll say this, man. The Chargers they're built around that offensive line. They have so many injuries now on the offensive line. Justin Herbert was hit so many times. He was hit more times yesterday than he was hit the first 3 games of the season. And so they're built, and that's how Harbaugh wants to construct the team, through the big dudes. And so obviously Slater gets hurt before the season. Joe Out goes down with a high ankle sprain. It's tough for them to do what they want to do and be who they are when you have 2, not just starters out, high-level starters, really good players. They got to figure it out, though, and that's what a good coach, his job is to do. And so I believe Jim Harbaugh will get in there and figure it out, and then here comes Joe Alt back in a couple weeks, and they'll be back rolling again. Just a little bump in the road,
All right, there you have it. We'll see. Appreciate you, TJ, as always, man. We'll do it again next week.
Thanks, buddy.
And as always, y'all keep up the great work, fellas.
Man, we appreciate you, brother. Hey. All right, there you have it. That was Hoosh. And on the way, there's something Rob, they gotta stop doing something. It's driving me up a wall, and ain't nobody got time for that. I'll tell you what it is. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
But he was talking specifically about the SEC. And what he said was, since they've added Oklahoma and Texas, and since they've decided they're going to be adding that 9th conference game starting next season, we talked about it here on the show, couple that with the NIL rules and the transfer portal, he's saying that dynasties are officially over, specifically in the SEC. That no matter what you think about 5 years ago, 10 years ago, what Kirby Smart's currently doing at Georgia, what Nick Saban did before at Alabama, you're not going to see that anymore. That's what Lane Kiffin thinks.
Well, I was making fun of him a little bit, how he's, kind of failed up. I agree for the most part. Here's why I agree. More than anything, I get his point about the games now, right? Because you used to be able to sneak away, okay, we're only going to play 3 or 4. Now you're playing all these big-time teams in your own conference, and you're playing schools in Oklahoma and Texas that weren't normally there, and maybe you only have to play one of them.
Right. But that's still one more tough team than you would have to play. That's one more tough
team. But here's why I hear his point, and I understand what he's saying, but I'll say this. Because more than anything to me, Rob G., it's the transfer. Kids nowadays, Alabama was a factory. They had – remember how many running backs they had? It was ridiculous.
All of them.
They had every running back that went into the NFL. Now, whether they ended up being good or great in the NFL was different, but you know how many defensive backs and linebackers they had? You might not even really get to play until your junior year, right? I'll get me as a freshman. I'm playing a little bit sparingly my sophomore year. And I think now kids are like, the minute it ain't going that way, I'm out. The minute I don't like that he told me I couldn't play, or he told me he's going to pick up, I'm out. And that's the one issue I've had, and you've heard me say it with the transfer portal. It's not so much the transferring. That doesn't bother me. It's the ideology of, if things ain't going my way, I'm out. If I don't get the reps I want, I'm out. And I don't like that, because that's not, to me, necessarily applicable to life. Like, that's not how life always works. Sometimes the best scenario for you was you stayed there, you went through the fire, you pushed through, and now you're starting your senior year, but you know how good you are, how locked in and how ready you are, right? Because you went through it all, and now you start these 13 games, and you end up being a top 25 pick because you were amazing, and you were ready, and you were focused, and you were at the best tutelage and teaching and mentoring. You know what I mean? And you played the best of the best of the best. Now guys are leaving great situations, great schools, great teams, to go to some other middling school because I could be the man there. And it's like, okay, you're the man there, but they're not that great. You're not that great, and it looks like you're great because you might be the best, player there, but you're not playing the best competition. And I just feel as though that's leaving, where guys were comfortable being second string, third string at Miami during the early 2000s. You remember those teams were insane.
Yep.
Their tight ends, you had Jeremy Shockey as a backup, or was he start? But because you had Kellen Winslow was the backup. Like, you just had, how many backup receivers and backup safeties?
Clinton Portis, William McGahee.
Frank Gore. Dude, what?
Yeah.
And guys waited their turn because they're like, I'm playing the best of the best of the best of the. You know, look, they used to say that all the time with those teams. You know why Saturdays were easy for us? Look who I practice against.
Yep.
Everybody, Devin Hester, like all these guys are in a Jonathan Vilma. Like, it was absurd. My point is, you play with real guys. I think kids nowadays are going to sometimes, not all, just take the easy way out. And so, therefore, your roster is not going to be as stacked as it used to be, where I'm just, no, you think that's the best linebacker. Wait till you see this kid that's coming up in a year or two, because that kid's going to be mad. I'm going to go there now.
Everything you said is accurate, and that's precisely why I disagree with you.
Okay.
Because NIL and the transfer portal, even more so than the scheduling with the 9 teams and Texas.
Right, I got what he was saying.
Right,
but, yeah.
even more so than that. The portal and the NIL has changed college football in a way that, for me, it's worse because I kind of miss the pageantry of football and you know, you mentioned it, like guys being there, you grow with the program and you saw a guy as a freshman, what became as a senior and the development, that kind of stuff. But now that NIL and the transfer portal is here, you couple that with the expansion of the college football playoff, and I think dynasties are going to be easier to come by now than they were before.
Fox Sports Radio. It's the Odd Couple, Rob, Parker, Kelvin Washington. I thought you were coming back in here with another rib or another lamb chop or something.
Nah, we're getting close to. We're gonna be eating pretty soon.
He's on like 5 ribs, by the way.
I know. My goodness. All right.
How do you know Adam and Eve?
Yeah, he gave her a rib. He did. Yeah, he gave her one of his.
No, how do you
ribs.
know that Adam from Adam and Eve wasn't black?
Because his name would have been Adam Vontae.
No.
No.
Because a black man wouldn't have given his ribs to nobody.
I gotta give him a ding for that, Mary. Give him a ding.
No, it was ignorant.
No, that was ignorantly good.
It was ignorant.
That was ignorantly good. Because I don't know, maybe you ain't got your own.
Yes. What?
I thought you said you didn't want none.
You got no ribs.
And by the way, shout out to all the ladies listening. You got to stop doing that. Okay. And when we ask, Elijah, you know what I'm talking about. Don't get nervous over there, Rob G. Hey, babe, did you want something? Nah, where you going? I'm going to go here. I'm going to go there. Okay. Did you want something? No, I'm good. I had salad.
Oh, you didn't bring me anything.
My stomach hurts a little bit. Then you get back. But you get me. But what do you mean? What I got?
You said you didn't want anything.
Nothing. You said you ate earlier. You said your stomach hurt.
Always assume she wants something.
But you swore this time. No. This time I don't want anything. Y'all got to stop doing that. But fellas, you got to stop falling for the bait. All right, get her something. Just get her something, and even if it ends up being something more for you,
just know $11 vanilla bean cheesecake. That's all.
Well, you gonna eat that?
Did you just really you really set the price on here?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's crazy.
That's how much it costs, but it's so.
But the only good thing I'll say about the price is, you got to eat it over 2 days. Do I do 2 or 3? Do you eat it in one?
Oh no, that's a 1-day deal.
I take that back.
We're gonna have that tonight. That's our appetizer.
Oh shoot!
For
Dessert.
Dessert.
For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. The way tire buying should be. Something happened that really got me mad, man. Got me upset. Rob G, Mayor, let me hear this.
What looked to be a 72-yard touchdown run has been overturned. The officials looked at it. They deemed that Demercado lost the handle before the ball broke the plane. It rolls out of the back of the end zone, and it's ruled a touchback for Tennessee as we check in with Gene. Just incredible.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for the dropping the ball before you get in the end zone. Now you would say, all right, this happened once every now and again. No, this is happening. This is an epidemic right now. This is happening way too often. You can pick from college to the pros. Dang it, it's even happening on your streaming, one of your favorite shows. There's a new show called Tad Powers, and it's basically like that Eli Manning character that he played, those skits that he did. Well, you got this one, and then you have he basically gets into the end zone, could have won the championship, he drops the ball, and that's a fictional TV show. But it's happening way too often, Rob. It's getting ridiculous. It happened a couple weeks ago when you had the Indianapolis Colts do that, and you had their receiver do that, and Adonai Mitchell. He did the same thing, got the end zone, tried to switch hands, boom, drops the ball. They ultimately will lose the game, might be sitting here 5-0 if that doesn't happen. Then you got Demercado, the one we just talking about now, just does it again. Get in the end zone after an amazing play and lose it. And what makes me mad about this, the reason why I ain't got no time for it, football is not a singular sport where, okay, it's an ace or something in tennis or a hole-in-one or golf. Do you know I had to block as an offensive lineman? Your lineman had to block. Your quarterback had to get you the ball. The defense had to get the interception. All these things had to happen for you to get your way to get the chance to the end zone. I promise you nothing will happen if you can just wait another 2 yards. You can wait 2 more yards to get in the end zone even more further
I don't know why
and drop the ball.
But I don't understand why.
Because it looks cool. It looks like
drop it at the goal line.
Because it looks like, man, it's nothing.
Sense.
It's what I do, baby. It's nothing.
You should take it all the way in and then
get in. Yeah. Take another 2 feet and then drop it.
But that's coaching. That's like stuff you need to talk about.
It happens. It's happening way too often.
It does happen way too often. But I'm just
college
saying.
pros. Like I said, streaming apps. I mean, shows. It's getting crazy and it's costing teams actual victories. The Arizona Cardinals ultimately lost. Now, it was a multitude of plays, wild, silly, looked like Harlem Globetrotter plays what's going on with them. But I just don't get it. Get your butt in the end zone. You know how hard it is to score in this league? Except if you're playing the Ravens?
Yeah.
It's hard to score in this league. You get a chance to get in there, get
everybody
your
scores
butt in the
there
end
with
zone.
the Ravens, right? But it doesn't make any sense why players would let up at that very point when as hard as it is to get to that point, and then before you get in,
throw the ball.
It doesn't make sense.
And we see it all the time. It's not like we see it once, then we don't see it for 4 or 5 years. We just saw it with the Colts receiver last week. Then we just had it yesterday with Demercado. So that's my thing. It's not. You guys got to lock in on this, man. You're costing your team. Both of those teams lost. And again, it wasn't singularly just because of that, but you could point to that as being a big part of the reason why they lost. Driving me crazy. Of all the things you got to figure and compete with and do in football, that should be the easy one. I'm running in the end zone, getting through the end zone. Like they say in daggone, when you're running track, run through the tape. Finish the back. Like I got to tell my daughter, finish the job. Because sometimes I say, hey, go pick up, she'll like pick it up, but then she'll leave some cereal on the ground.
No,
so,
pick
hey,
it all
make
up.
Sure, you put the box back, you put the chair back, get the cereal. Finish the job. You got the interception, you return it for a touchdown, finish the job. You got the 50-yard run, finish the job. Hurting your team.
I don't understand how that happens in the frequency that it does happen.
It
should be like every right. Like every once in a while, somebody will just be like brain dead and wind up doing something like that. But it shouldn't happen as often as we've seen it happen, man.
Absolutely, man. We got a good Monday night game going on too right now. The
Jags
in the red
right
zone. There in the red zone, chance to tie the game up. They get in. We got the 4-1 lead. Dodgers right now, they're at bat. You got Shohei with 2 on, 2 outs. We'll see what he does here. But so some good sports going on. Enjoying it.
And Steve will get us updated.
Steve will get us here coming up in a few minutes. But yeah, that just drives me crazy, man. I just don't get it. We see it so often, and it's just the weirdest thing to me. It's like, dude, you work. This is a big time play. You get to get in the end zone. You know how hard that is in the NFL?
Makes no sense.
Makes no sense, man. I don't get it. So
now we're number 3. We will talk about.
Oh yeah, well we got a bunch
MVP,
to talk about.
right?
MVP. We talked to TJ Houshmandzadeh a little bit about
Seth Joyner,
that.
we're going to join him, right? He's going to join us.
And then at some point, I'm ready to make a plate. I'm not gonna lie.
No. We got this champagne toast first, and then the meals. Can you just
said
relax?
During the next commercial break?
No.
Relax while he's had 7 lamb chops and 3 ribs?
No, not yet.
I don't want to hear it.
Wake up, it's two pros and a cup of Joe, Fox Sports Radio.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm Colin Cowherd. This is The Herd.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show.
It's the odd couple. You know what time it is. Let's get it.
Fox Sports Radio. Bigger, bolder, and better than anyone in the game. Fox Sports Radio is the #1 sports audio network.
Diverse, fun, entertaining, and driven by the big sports topics of the day.
They had to bolster the offensive line, which they did.
You finally said something right. Congratulations.
That game was incredible. You are wrong.
You could take that trash somewhere else. Wham! We have a very special connection with our audience, our listeners. People feel that friendship.
And I appreciate y'all so. I love it.
It's all for you. Thank you.
I'm your favorite fan.
Thank
I
you.
love you. You're very talented. You're the best.
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
Great show.
Thank you, Jim. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
I can't help but notice that the W-2s for the quarterback look a lot higher.
That's because we're worth it. You gotta be kidding.
He never was an elite quarterback.
This team is unstoppable.
He made the right call.
You know that's right.
LeBron James is a legend.
No, he's not. He complains all the time.
You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. Wrong.
Wrong.
For 25 years, Fox Sports Radio has dominated the sports audio landscape with the biggest talent and the best programming available.
We talk sports, and we have fun doing it. We talk about life.
Sports radio is where you go after the games are over, and then the discussion begins.
If the Chiefs win. Sorry, Patrick Mahomes here. What do you mean by if the Chiefs win?
It is live. It is unscripted. No other medium can touch that.
And that's what makes it special.
Yes.
Who wants some?
Bigger, bolder, better. We are Fox Sports Radio.
Yeah.
Bottom of the ninth in Philadelphia, the Dodgers trying to hold on to a 4-1 lead over the Phillies and take a 2-0 lead in their best-of-5 NL Divisional Series. The Dodgers scored 4 in the 7th, ruining a great start from Jesus Luzardo, who went 6+ innings and retired 17 straight batters at one point. The Dodger bullpen has been an adventure the past month. They are asking Blake Trinan tonight to get the 3 outs of the ninth. He has allowed a leadoff single. About to start, 1 seed Milwaukee, which won its opener, is hosting the Cubs again. In Monday Night Football at Jacksonville, the Chiefs are leading early second quarter 7-0 over the Jags, and it looks like Jacksonville has just fumbled on a 4th-and-goal quarterback sneak. The play is under review. Patrick Mahomes, 9 of 11 passing, 107 yards, and a short TD to Travis Kelce. The Chargers are placing first-round running back Emari Hampton on injured reserve. I'm Steve DeSager.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
It is the Odd Couple on a Magic City Monday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Business fluctuations make running your manufacturing business complex, but staffing your business doesn't have to be. Let Express Employment Professionals provide the workforce you need. That's right. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you. That's expresspros.com. And now it's time for the Express Pro of the week, I should say. And this week's pro goes to Bucs quarterback Baker Mayfield, who threw for 379 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a win over Sam Darnold and the Seahawks again. Mazel tov, congratulations to another hit by the Phillies. Do you see this? The bullpen's melting down.
Oh, boy.
So congratulations.
Ooh, we might have got him. And that's what we talked about.
Congrats to Baker Mayfield for being our Express Pro of the week. Coming up, Seth Joyner is going to join us, Super Bowl champ, and, of course, NFL analyst. He'll join us. He's actually, Rob G., at this game right in Philadelphia.
Oh, nice.
And here we are. It's 4-3. Just
With
like,
no
and
outs.
there's nobody out.
No outs.
It was 4-0 coming into the ninth. You see, just reached out. Who was that? And punched the ball to left field. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
This is why I said the Dodgers seriously need 6 runs.
He missed them. Did you see
them.
that?
He
He
swiped
missed
and
them. Wow. He had actually the ball there before.
Yep.
Castellanos.
Yeah.
Castellanos had that. Wow, that was a double.
Yeah, this is why you said you
played for
mentioned
the
the
Tigers.
bullpen.
Yep.
That's why I said they need 6 runs. It's just been one of those seasons, especially the last month or so for them. But this also makes for some great, compelling MLB postseason baseball.
It ain't going to be compelling for Dodgers fans.
No, they're going to be sick.
Because they'll be sick. 4-0 going into the ninth. You could go up 2-0.
You can't lose that.
You can't lose this game.
You can't lose. And they better not lose it.
The challenge, I don't think they're going to win the challenge. I think he missed them.
You better figure something out.
Right. I think he missed them.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy. All right. Hour number 3, we want to talk about the MVP in the NFL.
Oh, yeah. We had Hoosh on earlier. You brought up Dak. A lot of people are giving Dak a lot of praise right now for what he's been doing. And Dak Prescott has looked great when you look at, just kind of some of his numbers throughout this season. Dak has been doing his thing. People mention the fact that CeeDee Lamb, his number 1 receiver, is gone. But they get to win 37-22 over the Jets. And he's been putting up great numbers. That game, he was 18-19 for 237. He had 4 touchdowns, no interception. It's his 12th game.
Who did he play?
The Jets. The Jets. No. And it's his 12th game with at least 4 touchdown passes. And he already has a franchise record, so he's continuing to have the franchise record.
And Jacksonville just lost the game tonight. Chance to tie the game.
Right there. On the inch yard
line. Inch line. Go for it on 4th down. And not only that, but you allowed them to march right down the field and score right off of that. Like, that's the worst. Like, they're at the half-yard line. That's where you have to get, you know what I mean? You need to get them three and out, and you get good field position, and then you could justify it.
You know who has 2 big bombs this game? Tyquan Thornton. And I keep telling y'all.
He was wide open.
But that's what I'm saying. They got too many guys now. They went from having none to having a bunch. Worthy's back. Thornton's back. Rasheed Rice ain't even back yet. And they got Hollywood Brown. That's what I was telling y'all.
This is crazy.
There's too much going on, by the way.
14-0 Chiefs. And the Dodgers look like they're trying to choke down a 4-0 lead in the bottom of the ninth. They have the Phillies nobody out, man on second, the tying run at second, and a winning run at the plate. 2-run home run, the game's over.
Too much going on. Now, with that being said, too much going on and clutch games and tight performances. So everybody's saying Dak Prescott for an MVP. I get it. CeeDee Lamb's out. You got a couple of guys out. You had Turpin out.
But
he's been
George
great.
Pickens.
George Pickens is a legit receiver.
And that's what TJ was saying. Like, let's
he's
not
number
act
one.
like he's not a number one, and he's playing with scrubs.
No. And my biggest thing is this. Couple of things. The Dallas Cowboys are now what? 2-1?
Who'd they beat?
I can't even pull it up right now. They beat
Rob G.
They just beat the Jets.
Jets, and who's the other win?
Who are the other person they beat? The Giants. That's right.
And
they beat the Giants, and they let the Giants put up big numbers on them. Russ went crazy, 450.
I rest my case. I'm serious. Really?
What you lead to the conversation to me of when we were talking about last year, Joe Burrow couldn't have got, he had no chance of being MVP because he was putting up amazing numbers, but his team wasn't winning. So to me, we can't all of a sudden change the rules. And a guy I'm looking at as the leading candidate right now would be Baker Mayfield for me. Rob G, cover your ears because you buried him, and he's laughing at you. He's talking big smack to you right now, just like he was doing with the Seahawk fans. Don't act like you didn't see it. You lucky I can't say what he said to them because I'll get fired. Boy, Baker Mayfield be talking big stuff to players on the field and the fans. He say some stuff. I'm like, whoa, Baker? Baker Mayfield has been incredible really the last couple of years, but what he's doing right now, he's fourth in passing yards. He is tied for third in touchdowns. He only has an interception. His quarterback rating's 8th. I mean, he in all 4 of his wins, he's come back. He's been able to do it, in a multitude of ways. Looks like they're out of it. He gets his team back. So Baker Mayfield, and he talk about doing it without your lead guy. He's doing it without Mike Evans. There's possible Hall of Fame receiver. So Baker Mayfield, to me, is my leading candidate as we sit here today of MVP. More than anything, I just like what he's been doing. I like what he brings to that organization. I like how he stabilizes them. They're in every game. He competes to the end, and I'm leaning more towards him. They're 4-1 right now. They've beaten some good teams, and they're in a good position to obviously win their division and obviously get into the postseason. Whereas the Cowboys, we still don't know what they're going to be. Ultimately, what are they? What can they be? 9-8, 10-7 at best, and that might be pushing it more like 9-8 in my opinion. And that's not going to cut it for the MVP until the NFL decides to do what the NBA did when they gave it to Russ and he was a 6th seed. And they said just because he's averaging a triple-double, it's just that great what he's doing. Because they're not going to give it to a team that's 9-8. They're not going to give it to the Cowboys. So Dak really doesn't have a chance to me. He didn't win it when they went 12-5 and he had like 39 touchdowns and 6 interceptions or something like that when he was the runner-up. So Dak, I get it. The numbers are great, but 2-1 is not going to cut it. I'm looking at a guy like Baker Mayfield.
What are the Phillies doing?
There's too much going on right now. I looked up at the other game. What'd they just do?
So they try to bunt and take the man out of scoring position, and they throw him out at third base.
Oh, man.
Oh my God. Like, you can't. What?
Wow.
That's not the play.
That is
the play. Are you kidding? He's out by a mile.
Yeah, he was big
that's
out. It was
bad.
not even a question. He tried to take Mookie
God.
out because he knew he was so out.
No, but that's just – and because now you don't have a runner in scoring position. You got a man on
huge...
first with 1 out. You know what I mean? It's totally different. A double play and the game's over.
Mm-hmm.
Like what? This is overthinking. Seriously. Man, you got a man on
second.
Wow. Second with nobody out. And now you got a man on first with 1 out. Like you took yourself out of scoring position.
The whole game changed now.
Bad. All right.
Where you at, MVP?
I'm just – it's too soon, and I'm going to say this. I know that, people get caught up on guys early on. It's just too early for me to honestly think that it's not going to be the usual suspects involved when the time comes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm dead serious. I just can't see, as you just brought up, 9-8 or some bad team. And let's just take a look. Rob G, you have the list.
I got the last 10 winners.
Okay.
It's a regular who's who of future Hall of Famers.
And that's what I'm saying. It ain't like Sam Darnold came out of nowhere. He was never winning the MVP.
Well, Rob, there's one name that might change your line of thinking.
But 9 out of 10, I'm pretty good with that.
Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, all the regular guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady, this is where it gets weird, the last 2. Matt Ryan and Cam Newton.
Okay, now the difference is both of them had, their teams were good.
Team won a bunch of games.
Won a bunch of games, both of them. And they put up, unbelievable numbers. They were both 14-2. Without even looking at the record, I'm telling you, they're 14-2.
I know that. Well, we know Cam was 15-1.
15-1, and I think Ryan was 14-2.
13-3 at the least. At the
they
most
won a
losses,
ton of games, and he put up a lot of numbers.
Let me ask you.
So Rob G, that's well taken, but it ain't some guy who's been bounced around and
11-5, Matt Ryan. Oh, that's so.
And
let me throw a number at you.
There's the hit that would have tied the game.
Can I throw one? Let me do Rob G. Let me ask both of y'all a question on this one. Yeah, they could have tied again. Now they're gonna mess it. Now double play is about to happen for sure. Let me ask you both this question here. Warning. I promise you, it's not being biased. Warning.
Stop.
Why is it? No, real question though. Why isn't Jared Goff just based off the numbers and success you mentioned? They put up a stat at the game yesterday. Since 2024, he leads the league, and I think it's touchdown passes and yards or something. For quarterbacks, the last 18 games, something like that. I'm looking at his numbers right now. Team is obviously 4-1. He's first in touchdowns, first in completion percentage, again, by far, 75%. It's crazy. Second in passer rating, and ninth in total yards. But really asking y'all, it only has 2 interceptions. So why is that? Is it the team's too good, meaning there's too many guys? Real question, both of y'all, tell me. Because you brought it up last year. You were saying,
I told you one win last.
No. I'm talking about, you always say Patrick Mahomes 15-2. Why didn't he get a vote? I'm saying Jared Goff probably got a vote. I didn't look it up, but
what did he get last year?
He might have got a vote.
No, maybe. I think it was just the two guys. It was Josh and Lamar.
Okay. Well, but currently as we're having these.
No. Now they do the 5.
I was going to say that's what I thought.
They change it.
Right.
Yeah. But the only guys who got first place votes.
Got first place vote. That's why I say Patrick Mahomes got a couple of. Am I right? Third place votes or something. He didn't get any first place. I've always said that. That he never got a. He didn't get a
but I think again, it's so early. But yes, Jared Goff should absolutely be in the mix because here's an even better stat for you.
Wait, did Mookie think it was 3 outs?
No, he's just making sure the runner doesn't break for home.
Okay.
Jared Goff.
He did the right thing.
Through the first 5 games, one of only 2 quarterbacks now to complete 75% of his passes, throw for 12-plus touchdowns, have a passer rating of over 120. Jared Goff this season and Peyton Manning 2013 when he threw for 55 touchdown passes and ran away with the MVP.
Yeah.
So if we don't have a Lamar Jackson type who is just going to put an assault
game numbers
record right on the record books, Josh Allen may not have enough numbers, and the storyline's kind of gone now at this point. Not because they lost, but because he got that last year. Where it's hey, Superman.
And he's not doing crazy.
You can't get the Superman vote 2 years in a row where the numbers are not incredible, right? Who else is there that's putting up crazy numbers other than Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield? And if you're going to give a guy the storyline MVP, it's Dak through the first quarter poll.
Yeah.
And that's why I was really asking you.
There's nobody who's putting up just a ridiculous numbers where you say it's got to be that guy.
And that's why I was really asking you. His team is 4-1. They look like they might go, have another great year again, size 10. And
all right, Chris Broussard. Remember when Chris went to the store? Do you remember when Chris went to the store and tried them on?
That's all right.
And he filmed himself. That was worse.
He was
filmed.
I'm gonna send you a picture.
And he filmed himself
at
the store.
But that's why I was asking.
And remember, the Dodgers were up 2-0 in that 5-game series when he did that.
He had some bad ones. But that's what I was asking you. First in completion percentage by far. First in touchdowns, 12. He only has 2 interceptions. I'm like, dude, putting up crazy numbers. Team is blowing it. And last year, remember the point differential, blowing everybody out. Good teams, bad teams. So that's why I was asking you guys, why is it because the Pete View has loaded? You know what I mean? You've got too much talent. And I'm wondering if that's hurting him a little bit. We'll see as the season goes along. Was that a Travis Hunter sighting?
Yeah, there's time for that story to percolate, but I don't know. I don't know if they really. He would have to put up eye-popping numbers.
If all things
to
are equal,
change the way you feel, and it's not fair. You know what I mean?
Because the numbers season and last year, what is he?
If the numbers are comparable, I think Jared Goff's numbers would be better because he has a better offense. But if they're comparable, and they're 13-4. And Baker gets them to 12-5, 11-6. Baker's going to get those votes before Jared Goff will.
I agree.
Because of the storyline.
He is.
People are going to say, no, Baker Mayfield.
The only thing – go ahead.
And the other one is that you're not
Oh, there's the
about-
interception. How was that dropped?
See?
Yeah.
Only 2 DBs touched that for the Chiefs. Or was it 3?
I think it was 3.
Was it 3?
He called 3.
Which is unbelievable.
Yeah.
But that wasn't his. That was
the receiver's fault.
Receiver's
Lawrence
fault.
put it
He
right
put it
on
right there. I don't know what that was. But I think all 3 guys touched it, didn't they?
Yeah.
All right.
I think too many.
I know.
guys.
We got
That's
too
why
many
they're
games
DBs.
going on and everything.
That's what's going on.
We're,
But to your point, Rob G, I
ball's
think
right there.
I think Jared Goff, the only chance he would have is if people went, well, shoot, this is 2 years in a row of being 15-2 or being, as you mentioned, what you said, like 13-4. Where I think that would help him. Like, all right, this dude's been on fire for 2-3 years now. That finally could be the storyline. Like, it's time to reward him for being that great for 2 or 3 years. All right, you got it.
And the Dodgers get out of it. It's unbelievable. Oh, my God, a bad throw at first base.
They didn't make it easy. They didn't make it easy. Woo, they didn't make it easy.
Freddie Freeman broke his other ankle on that one.
He did.
I blame the Phillies.
Yeah. Oh,
Man,
that third.
man on
Yeah,
second,
that'll be talked about.
was
Yeah.
Terrible. When you got thrown out of third base, can't happen.
Can I just say this real quick? Steve DeSager is the most newsiest of newsmen in the history of news.
But he's the biggest Dodger
and
homer.
Steve
He
is cheering his ass off up
He
there in
loves
the
the
Update
Dodgers.
studio. We love to see it, Steve.
He's so mad at you right now. Don't you ever go behind the curtain right now. I got you, Steve. No, you weren't, Steve.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. Wizard of Oz.
Oh, man, that's funny.
All right. 877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. Who do you have as the quarter pole MVP in the NFL? Baker Mayfield? Who else did we say?
You got Baker. You got Jared Goff. You got Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott. That's right, Jared Goff. All those people. And the Cubs are on the board. Looks like they hit a home run, right? 1-0 playoff baseball. 1-0 in Milwaukee.
3-0.
3-0. A 3-run home run.
Yeah,
I didn't see
3-0.
that. Wow. Okay. It is the Odd Couple. 877-99 on Fox.
Steve, you can have the night off. All right, because Rob is.
I know. We'll continue this conversation next with you. I can't help it. It's playoff baseball. It's the Odd Couple right here on Fox Sports Radio. We want to hear from you. Stick and stay.
America.
You know, me and you talked about the Eagles, Rob, obviously a couple of times over the last few years, and I can't make out what the heck the Eagles are other than they're starting to be a chink in the armor. Something's going on with them, and I think that last play, that Hail Mary that they could have caught, Devontae Smith looked like he was actually about to grab it, and A.J. Brown said instead of catching the ball, I'm going to catch Devontae's neck. It just body slammed his own teammate to the ground. And I think that play is more indicative of what the Eagles are looking like right now, internally and externally. A.J. Brown doesn't have the wherewithal to sense to say Devontae Smith might come down with this, so they both end up on the ground, and there's a shot of them just laying on each other at the end of that game. Something is going on, Robin. It doesn't make sense considering, they're the reigning champs. They've got time together, same coach, I guess a new coach. They got the same kind of core. So you would think they'd be locked and loaded in as far as where they are, and man, something is off. And a couple of things to note. Number one, the thing they've done nothing else. They've run the ball, right? That's what they do. They were second all last year, averaging 170.
Yeah, but they had an unbelievable running back who had an unbelievable year, too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. 179 yards. He's still there.
Yeah, but the defenses are playing different. Saquon is not going to get 2,000 yards.
He don't need 2,000.
I'm
How
just
about
saying,
more than 30 on 6 carries in the second half versus Denver? And something is off right now with the rushing attack. He's averaging 3.1 yards a carry, which is the worst for the Eagles in like 30 years. So something's going on with the running game, which is fine. Okay, you say, well, like you said, people are focusing in on the rushing now because that's what we've done well, so we're airing it out. As Rob G just mentioned, they're last in passing. They went a half without a completed pass. They've gone a couple of halves with only 7 yards once.
How many games have they won?
They're 4-1 right now. Okay. And they're a blocked field goal. They don't make that from being worse record. And they just something
We
is
can sit
off.
here all day and talk about that.
Right.
A blocked field goal. Somebody fumbled. Somebody threw. If the Chargers didn't throw an interception, they would be Washington. They threw an interception. That's part of the game.
And I hear you.
Part of the game. I don't play that game.
And the Eagles don't look good.
I'm not concerned at all.
I am
because you were. I remember last year, and we can find the tape.
Yes.
You were going into the Super Bowl. Oh, look at Jalen Hurts. He don't look good. There's something wrong with them. I know you were hoping that, so that the Lions could beat them or something. So you were kind of talking.
Nothing to do with the Lions.
Because you were talking down about Jalen Hurts and how he was performing, and he was the weak link. And guess who was the Super Bowl MVP? It was the guy you thought was the weak link.
So if we run the tape, let's run the tape. Let's be clear what I said. My concern with Jalen Hurts, and it still stands, my concern was if he were in a shootout, could he pull it off? It's not that Jalen Hurts can't win a game.
He don't have to be in a shootout.
Right, but that was my concern. If I have to say Jalen Hurts, go win it. Jalen Hurts has gotten the job done. He's had a heck of a career. I'm not even arguing that.
If I said to you,
right
you
now,
would argue with
wrong.
me if I said nothing is wrong.
No, you mean nothing is wrong.
Nothing is wrong.
They can't run the ball or pass the ball.
Teams go through this. You said that about the Steelers. The Steelers can't run the ball. Aaron Rodgers is 41. No, I'm saying what you said earlier. Hold on. Listen to what I'm saying. You said that earlier. They're 3-1 and haven't even won a game at home. My point is, football is very simple. It's about wins and losses. Stop with the how it looks. How it looks doesn't matter.
You're not.
How
you're
it
totally,
looks doesn't matter.
How it looks. Okay.
It does not
now,
matter.
Let's pull
if
the.
they
Hold
start
on.
losing,
Let's pull the
if
tape.
they lose 4 in a row,
okay,
then you could come back with that.
If Rob only would say this to Rob, because Rob sat up here the entire year last year knocking the Chiefs, who did the exact same thing. Won all season long. They did nothing but win to the tune of 15-1.
And then
what happened?
What happened in the Super Bowl?
All I said
what happened in the Super Bowl?
All they did was win.
What I said was going to happen.
Don't tell you spent it.
What I told you was going to happen was that they weren't going to win a Super Bowl. Yes, I did.
You spent the entire season telling me they don't look good. Something wrong. I don't like the way they win. This can't keep winning. You did. They can't keep winning like that. I don't like. That's what you said. So all I'm saying is the Eagles. Something is off with them because, again, I'm not saying that win.
The difference is on that story is the Eagles have a track record. They won the Super Bowl, and people said
they won one Super Bowl, and the Chiefs have won 3. Who has a track record? What are you talking about? Katrina. Fox Sports Radio. Stay out, couple. Rob, Parker, Kelvin Washington on the Magic City Monday.
I'll say this.
What's
the
that?
Jaguars are moving the ball. They've moved the ball the entire game, haven't they?
I mean, listen, if they don't
They
fumble at the half-inch
touchdown,
line,
right. It should be up.
Could be a game. No, they're a good team.
It's 14-7, and 2 minutes to go, two and a half minutes.
Try to get the ball back. Got another timeout. Got a 2-minute warning. Keep you updated on that. Some good baseball as well. Real quick, be sure to check out the brand new YouTube channel. Shout out to everybody who's watching us as well right now. We appreciate you as always. Wave to them. Shout out to the YouTubians. And aches and pains can sneak in during the holiday hustle and bustle. Aleve can help you forget the pain and make happy memories instead. With just one pill, Aleve provides up to 12 hours of body pain relief so you can keep it moving. Use as directed. Check out Aleve. All right. You have been just beyond mad right now at the Phillies.
No, and it's not an anti-Dodger thing. It's just baseball.
No. This is the one time I'll give you. This ain't that.
Because you said it, too, right when we first saw it.
Yeah.
And here's the issue that we have. Okay, so the Phillies came storming back. It was 4-0, bottom of the ninth. They get 3 straight hits. It's 4-3. They have a man on second. There's nobody out. And the Phillies decide that they're going to bunt the runner over to third base. The tying run, not the winning, the tying run. It didn't make any sense. He's in scoring position. Yeah. He can score from there. You don't need to be at third. Right. You can't afford him to get out, which he got out at third base, right? Max Muncy fielded the bunt and threw to Mookie, who came from shortstop to cover third. I don't know what they were thinking. They think the Dodgers are going to allow you just to bunt and move over without trying to throw you out. Like, they'll try. If they didn't get it, then there's runners on first and third. They have to play the infield in anyway, try to get a line drive at somebody. My point is, you had 3 chances to knock in the tying run. And guess what? 2 of the next 3 guys got hits.
You just took the word out.
The next guy got a hit.
You got 2 hits after that.
Am I right?
And the crazy part, again, is no outs. No outs.
There were
so
no outs. You had 3 batters to at least have a chance to knock them in. Or somebody could hit a ball. Say that left-handed batter hit a ball to second base. He moves over to third. Sacrifice fly to game's time.
I mean, with no outs, too, and the way you got, if you're looking at it, if you're the Phillies, the way you're hitting the ball, you got a chance to mess around and not only just tie this thing, take a lead.
But who's that's over-managing.
That's, to me, when we talk, you and I, we talk baseball all the time, and I bring this up, it seems like the feel, the natural feel, the gut instinct of the game is gone. It's very much, well, this is exactly what you do on this exact situation. We have it written down. Here's the formula, the winning formula.
I don't like that formula, taking a runner out of, because immediately what I say, now you got 1 out and a man on first base.
And that's
and that
much
guy,
better
and
situation
that guy didn't
for Dodgers.
score. Right, and that's a better double play could have ended the game at that point, and they wound up getting 2 more hits, but they couldn't score.
And you had the Dodgers shooketh because the bullpen, we've been talking about the bullpen for now 3-4 weeks.
Even tonight, though they won that game, you look at the bullpen and you go, dude, this is happening on a regular basis.
100%. And it happened in a couple of games already in the postseason. What did I tell you? I said Dodgers have to get 6 runs.
Against the Reds scored runs against the bullpen.
I said the Dodgers have to get 6 runs to kind of go and feel comfortable, which is crazy because that just can't be sustainable. You can't keep needing to have, 1 million runs per game. Like, your offense is looking at it like it's opposite of Scooble and the Tigers, right? He's looking like, what more do y'all want from me? Can I get a hit, more than 2-3 hits in a game? And the Dodgers the opposite. They're like, man, we're putting up crazy runs.
And the Tigers were getting no hit for most of the game. I mean, Scooble can't. He's got to be perfect. Like they never score any runs.
Great game. Gave up 2 solo home runs, and he's looking at his team like, can I get some help? What more do y'all want from me? All right, we got Seth Joyner, Super Bowl champion, NFL analyst. We'll talk some more.
Who's at the Phillies game?
Yep, who's at? And so we'll talk some baseball. What it was like in that atmosphere with him in just a moment. Right now, Steve DeSager is going to get you set on trending. Steve,
got a couple of National League Division Series. Thank you. Division Series games tonight. Not only the Dodger win, but at top-seeded Milwaukee, the Brewers going with an opener and. Good move. Aaron Ashby allowed 3-run homer in the first inning. Cubs up 3-0, bottom of the first right now.
Outthinking yourself. Here we go again.
It's just how often does the open? Well, I'll give you the stats. They have a losing record in recent years in the postseason using the opener. Okay.
Pitch
go
your
ahead.
best pitcher. What are you doing?
You know, everybody's just going to throw as hard as they can for as long as they can. That's usually 5 innings anyway. Why not just try and get the top few in the order out? Just a thought. Seiya Suzuki with a long, no doubter of a 3-run homer, 440 feet to left field. So the Brewers are down 3-0 quickly. It's bottom of the first inning. Shota Imanaga on the mound. Meanwhile, the Dodgers are up 2-0. The Brewers, by the way, won their opener at home over the weekend. Dodgers have won 2 at Philadelphia, holding on 4-3 over the Phillies tonight. The winning pitcher, Blake Snell, 2-0 in the playoffs so far. He threw 6 scoreless innings, 9 strikeouts, 4 walks. The save to Hiroki Sasaki, who got the final out. Blake Trine allowed 3 straight hits to open the bottom of the ninth. The loss to Jesus Luzardo, who was brilliant for 6+ innings, retired 17 straight at one point. The Dodgers scored 4 runs in the 7th. Phillies got 1 in the 8th, 2 in the bottom of the ninth, but fall short. Series heads to L.A. in a couple of nights. As for the Monday night football game at Jacksonville, final minute before halftime, the Chiefs are in the lead, 14-7 over the Jaguars. It was really the turning point of the first half when the quarterback for Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence, on a 4th and goal from the 1, tried to dive over the top of the line on a sneak and had the ball batted away for a fumble at the goal line. Chiefs recovered, and it was 4th down, and they drove 97 yards the other way for a TD and a 14-0 lead. Patrick Mahomes with the 9-yard touchdown run. Earlier, Mahomes a 2-yard TD pass to Travis Kelce. So 14-7, late first half. Kansas City leads on the road, and Mahomes is 14 of 17, 164 yards and a touchdown. As for the NFL news from today, Patriots running back Antonio Gibson, who was hurt last night, is out for the year with a torn ACL. The Chargers are placing first-round running back Omari Hampton on injured reserve with a bad ankle. And believe it or not, the Brewers have answered with a 3-run homer.
I was just going to say that, Vaughn, right?
That's right, one of the acquisitions. Andrew Vaughn, how is it that, this is Jason Smith has brought this up, how is it that a horrendous team like the White Sox, every time they've gotten rid of these guys, they become great at their next team? Vaughn is another one of those. 3-3 in Milwaukee against the Cubs in the bottom of the first. Edmonton Oilers gave center Connor McDavid a 2-year extension. A reminder, the American League games are on FS1 again tomorrow. Seattle at Detroit, 4 p.m. Eastern. Then Toronto at the Yankees, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And the ALCS starts this Sunday on Fox. Back to you.
Hey, this is why we love postseason, right? It is the Odd Couple. Thank you, Steve. Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a Magic City Monday. Some great action going on. You got the Jags trying to drive here, try to tie this game less than a minute.
And you know, if you're the Cubs, 3-0, and we can't even
yeah.
hold on to that. My God.
Dang. The Brewers said, anything you can do, I can do better. My goodness. Joined now by Seth Joyner, Super Bowl champion, NFL analyst. Seth Joyner on X. And by the way, we'll get to some football in a minute, but is leaving Philly right now. Was at the Phillies game. Dodgers, it was a close one. Phillies had a chance, but what happened? We're trying to get that second runner on second to third, man. Did that change the entire tenor and mood of the whole stadium?
My goodness, Seth, what's up?
Hey, man, I don't want to hear y'all's noise from L.A., man. What a bonehead decision to try to move a runner from second to third, and he's the slowest guy on your darn roster, man.
It doesn't make sense, Seth. You notice he's already in scoring position. You don't need to do that. No outs? What are you trying to do?
You leave him there. Let the next guy swing away.
Yes.
If he gets out at first, there's no force at second. The next guy gets up, hits a single. That's a walk-in.
Yep.
That's a walk-in tie game, you know, and you still got a guy on first base.
Crazy. Just an unbelievable. When I first guessed it, I thought, what? I know people in Philadelphia are shocked because the Phillies coming into the postseason were the favorites to win the World Series. Not get out of the National League, Seth, but actually to win the World Series.
Yeah, you know what the problem is, man. When they get behind in the count, they won't choke up on the bat and put the ball in play. Everybody, you know, they're 1 through 4 hitters tonight. And all year long, they've been swinging for the fences. You just can't play that way. You got to put the ball in play and let the guy behind you do what he's got to do. But, you know, that's the way that they play. And in the postseason, it always seems to bite them in the behind.
Well, that's just baseball as a whole right now.
And they're in a bad spot down. You know, you lose at home. You lose 2 games. It's different if you were at Dodger Stadium.
Yep,
you
come in L.A.
Man, listen, I was with my brother tonight. And he was talking about them cleaning up the stadium. I said, don't worry about it. It's the last time they're going to have to do it this year.
Seth Joyner, our guest, Super Bowl champ, NFL analyst. Seth, let's stay in Philly And let's go to the Eagles. Rough couple of days for Philly fans. If you're a Philadelphia sports fan. Let's talk about the Eagles
winning, and now they finally lost one.
The Eagles, obviously, they fall short, and more than anything, to me, it's just what's going on. You got Devontae Smith, who normally doesn't say much. He said a little bit over the last couple of years about the offense. A.J. Brown, who can't wait to talk about the offense. And that last play, them two in the end zone, Devontae could have had the Hail Mary, but A.J. Brown tried to tackle him. And what's going on in Philly right now, more so, like I said, is something going on in the locker room, you feel, where they're just not on the same page, as Devontae Smith said?
No, I think it's a culmination of things. I think, the new offensive coordinator, first-time play caller, is trying to get his feet wet and trying to figure it out. Teams have figured out a way to make it difficult, for Saquon to get started. The offensive line is a little banged up, so they're not playing, at their normal level. So, it's a confluence of different things that's going on. That's got them in a place where they haven't found their rhythm yet. And to be honest with you, 4-0, you don't have a whole lot to complain about. Just put your head down, go to work, and figure out, how to play the game more consistently. But, Sunday's game was another one of those games that they literally just gave away. They should have won that game. You go into the fourth quarter, you with a 14-point lead, against a second-year quarterback. There's no reason in the world why you should walk away, with a L. And, like you said, they almost came up, with the play at the end to win the game. But, it's just, as usual, you got one guy supposed to be the jumper and one guy supposed to be behind the pile to try to figure out how he may get the tip ball.
Right.
But they wound up both on the ball, which was crazy to me that the defense would allow both of them to get that close. And, when you're looking up, you don't know where the other guy is. So I don't think it's one of those situations where A.J. knew that Devontae was there. They were both looking up at the ball, saw the ball coming, and thought they both had a play on it, and they knocked it out of each other's hands.
The other thing I was going to ask is, I know you look at good teams, the team that obviously won a Super Bowl. You're not going to win every week. You know this. You played in the NFL. It's hard. We saw Buffalo lose a game. People thought they were going to win. Chargers lost, right? They were up 10-0 against Washington at home. Gave up 27 straight points. Had a chance at one point when it was 20, and then Herbert threw an interception at the goal line. All I'm saying is other guys are playing too, and things don't always go your way. And if you're the Eagles, you had just won 10 in a row, right? You got to still feel good. I mean, obviously you would like to have that one, but it's not the end of the world. You're not going to win every week, Seth.
Well, I don't think the expectation, was that they were going to go undefeated. But the expectation isn't either that you ever give away a game the way that they gave it away. I mean, the refs contributed, and you guys know me, I won't ever put it on the refs. But I mean, how do you have two flags in the fourth quarter that's picked up after the flag is on the ground? The refs came back and they picked it up. They missed a PI call at the end of the game on Dallas Goedert down on the sideline. So it's just a confluence of things, and they quite frankly didn't play well enough to win that game in the fourth quarter. The dominant side of that football team is the offensive line and the defensive line. And defensively, they couldn't stop the run. And offensively, they couldn't dominate the line of scrimmage. The Denver Broncos defensive linemen pretty much lived in our backfield all day long, limiting Saquon and putting pressure on Jalen. So, the games that you're supposed to win, you got to win because you just never know down the stretch, how that loss is going to pan out. Like I said, no one came into this season thinking that anybody was going to play this entire year and be undefeated.
Right.
With all the parity in the NFL, but it certainly hurts a lot more when you lose a game that you had in your back pocket.
Well, stay there for a minute because I feel like there's so much happening in the NFL, but one of the more understated storylines is you just mentioned the running game. Saquon Barkley had 2,000 yards, offensive player, all this stuff, big stats from last year. He's struggling right now. They can't get him going.
He's on a deer selling Little Caesar's pizza.
Is that what it is? That's what it is. He's averaging. He had 6 carries for 30 yards against the Broncos. He's averaging 3.1 yards per carry this season. That's the second worst by Eagle running back since 1991. What is going on? This after having a historic year.
Well, I mean, if you really want a deep dive, go to my Twitter page or my Instagram page. I put up, a couple of videos today where I kind of broke down what's going on. It's a confluence of things. The Eagles like to live in shotgun, and a lot of times when you run shotgun and you're trying to run the football, 95% of your plays have to go across the quarterback's face. Well, guess what Denver did? They decided that they want to slant to that side and cut the field in half and make Saquon stop his feet and then restart. It happened all day long. The center got blown up all day long. They played a lot of box defense, where they had a heavy box. And you're just not running against that. Most of the time, you can leave the weak side defensive end unblocked and then block everybody else up because you're always in a heavy box, a 7 or 8 man front. You got a free hitter. And those guys live down by the line of scrimmage. So everybody complained that, Saquon didn't get enough touches. But in actuality, the running game wasn't working because they lived in a heavy box. And when you're in a heavy box, what you should be doing is going play action pass and throwing the football. So from that strategic perception, you can say, the offense coordinator's got to do a better job of putting the team in a position to be able to get them out of that so that you can run the football. And, their identity clearly was last year to run the football and dominate the line of scrimmage. That's what they did. This is a new year. Teams have spent the last 35 weeks trying to figure out how to slow this offense down and to slow Saquon down. And in doing so, the answer is we're going to load the box, limit his runs on first down, come after Jalen on second and third down, and force the issue. Well, the coach, it's up to the coaches to remedy that and fix that. And you guys certainly got 2 wide receivers. Just go max protection, go play action pass. You got both wide receivers on the outside in man-to-man situations with a single high safety.
Yeah, they got to figure something out, Seth. They got to because they're not. There's something is off right now. But again, they are 4-1. Seth, we appreciate it as always, brother.
All right, my man. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You got it, guys. Take care.
No doubt. Seth Joyner there. Seth Joyner, he mentioned it. Go follow him on X and the Gram.
And speaking about social media and stuff, we have Elijah has put up the video of me at Southern Connecticut this past weekend. So the video's up there. Where it's going to run? Oh,
it's on YouTube. It on YouTube. He's going to roll it on YouTube.
So people watching, people watching YouTube, you'll be able to watch it during the break here. So get ready for it. Don't turn away or whatever. Don't look away. You'll be able to check
I got to
out
see it.
some
I didn't see it. Now I got to see it. So
you're going to see it.
How am I get my plate?
You're going to see it when you're getting your plate.
Okay.
You got time.
Well, and last call, 877-99 on Fox. We'll get you updated on all the happening with the games as well. It's Fox Sports Radio.
Southern Connecticut State football team plays its homecoming game this Saturday. The Owls host Bentley. It'll be a special day for Southern alum Rob Parker, a decorated sports reporter who will have the stadium's press box dedicated in his name.
Rob Parker has worked all over the country for some of the biggest sports outlets, and it's a dream that started at Southern Connecticut State with humble thoughts and beginnings.
I went to Southern because I read in a journalism magazine that they had a good journalism program. And my whole idea was just to be a sports writer, cover baseball and then maybe get a column, have my picture in the paper.
Print, TV, radio, he's done it all, and Parker is still going. After his days at Southern, he quickly became a bit of a trailblazer with some impressive firsts on his extensive resume.
You go to ESPN and then you go to Fox Sports and, you get a national radio show on 400 stations around the country. I was the first black sports columnist at the Detroit Free Press. Think about this. The paper was 161 years old when they hired me, and I was at the Daily News in New York at 22 years old, just 5 months out of Southern. And people looked at me like, what are you doing here?
40 years later, he is circling back to where it all started, grateful for the work life Southern helped create and will recognize him for.
I'm not a crier, but I think there could be some tears. I got to be honest, and it goes back to a story of me and my mom taking the Greyhound bus from New York City up to New Haven for the journalism orientation. You know, she's gone now, but to think that that bus ride, and now I'm going to be able to leave a lasting impression of what I've been able to accomplish since that day of going to Southern Connecticut.
Just a great honor for a guy who really has made his mark in the business. And he actually interned here at Channel 8 along the way, too, and now is a professor. And one of the guys he's mentored along the way, Stephen A. Smith, who has had a successful career in broadcasting, too. So congratulations to Rob.
Terrific.
Just a little bit of success.
Dedication of the Rob Parker Press Box.
Thinking about my humble beginnings at Southern Connecticut and, you know, going to the school with just the idea or the notion of being a sports writer. That's all it was a dream of mine. And to be able to go through, you know, graduate from there, go on and have a career of almost 4 decades, and then go back to your alma mater and your neighbors at the top of this press box at a football stadium is pretty hard to put your arms around.
Fox Sports Radio, it's your boys, our couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on a Magic City Monday. You know it's Magic City Monday because you hear what Miss Mary Mack is doing. Be sure to check out our brand new YouTube channel. You can watch us live on YouTube right now. That's right. We are simulcasting the show right now on YouTube. You can check us out there. You can search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Again, it's Odd Couple FSR. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. And then when you're at it, like it, comment, share it, pass it, all that good stuff. We appreciate it as always. Real quick, let's knock out a last call. Call! Last call. Who we got?
Chef Fanatic, better known as Tony, who is catering our meal tonight to celebrate the press box. Tony, what's up? Who's a long-time listener of The Odd Couple and used to call in back in the day.
Yeah.
Rob G knows that. What's happening, Tony? How are you?
Man, it's all good.
Hold on, hit the blue button right there. Yeah, right there. Here you go.
There we go.
Is it on? Hit it again. Hit it again. Yeah, all right, might not be working. Well, come over here. We're going to have you come over here.
Is that not working? This one right here? Tony, slide over here.
I was about to say, we can come over here, either one. This one's blue. It's lit up.
Go all the way over there.
Yeah, come on over here.
Sorry about that.
Ignore all this mess. We ain't know we was having company. We ain't,
Yes, right.
That's what Mama always said, keep the house clean. Hop on up over here.
What's
That's
up,
right
Tony?
there. Swing that mic over here for him, Elijah. With that being said, I can tell you this. Rob has been teasing us for an entire 3 hours, coming in every break with a lamb chop, with a rib, and then when we go to go, no, you gotta wait. I want it to be perfect. You gotta wait. Meanwhile, he got lamb chop juice all over his face, Tone. What the heck? But tell him, man, what you got going on, where you are, and everything.
Well, that's what we do.
Right here in the mic.
That's exactly what we do. You got me?
The mic's not on. I don't
No,
understand
take
this.
one more time. Make sure I'm not into the mic. Make sure we hear you.
Mic check. Mic
No,
check.
come
All right,
sit
come over here. Yeah, I don't know what's
Sit
going
there.
on. Talk to us
Sit
right
there,
here.
right there.
There we go. Mic check.
What,
Y'all got
what?
me?
Then neither mic works?
Who ain't paying the bills around here?
Y'all got me?
We got you now.
Okay, all right, we on. Yeah, that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? America, your boy is here. It's your boy, Chef Fanatic. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the house. I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about myself and about my business. But before I do that, I need to thank Rob and honor Rob because life is about people and relationships. And this is his day. And he asked me, out of anybody, he could have had anybody up here, but he asked me to come through and put something down. And so, I had to come through for
And
my
it ain't
boy.
the first time. When I won was inducted into the NABJ Hall of Fame, we had a meal there as well.
Absolutely. So you guys.
And he came to the 60th birthday party in Las Vegas, him and his beautiful wife.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
I heard he was hanging with Rob G.
Well, hold on.
I heard Rob G was trying to act a little different.
Yeah,
He had his little-
Rob
he had his
G bougie
chesticles
now.
out. He
You
had
know
his-
what I'm saying?
Rob G had his chesticles out. You know what I mean?
No, but y'all can find me at Chef Fanatic. That's the word Chef, CHEF, Fanatic, FANATIC 99 on the gram, on Facebook. That's where I'm at. The name came from, obviously, I'm a chef, but I'm also a fanatic. I'm a fan of people. I'm a fan of sports. I'm a fan of food. Most of all, I'm a fan of God. And, that's what it is. So I try to put all that love into it. And I'm thankful to be here, grateful to be here. America, your boy done made it. Mama! I made it!
You're good to go.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Tone. We can't wait.
We cannot wait.
We're going to celebrate.
Hey, I got the best soul
Just
food in
wait.
the world here. Can you
It's
wait
coming.
3.5 hours?
It is coming. Don't worry about it. We'll be good. But
Hey,
Tone,
I
yes.
told him, look, 3 things I told y'all. Crab cakes, don't ask. Coffee, don't ask. And also mac and cheese. I'm a little snobbish on mac and cheese.
But he
fire.
already tried yours,
Mac
and he
and cheese
loves
is
it.
fire. I got the evidence right here. I got my fork waiting.
Yes, don't
On
put
YouTube,
that.
they
Don't
see
put
me.
that back in there, okay?
No.
Don't double dip.
I'm not gonna double dip.
the fork. No.
I'm gonna double dip on my plate. I'm gonna quadruple
And
dip.
what we're gonna do? So I'm just letting you know, the
Okay.
test is going to the toast.
Yes.
is going to be 15 minutes at 7:15
Okay.
Pacific time, because we also want Jason Smith and Mike Harmon to be a part of it and their staff. So people here from the station are coming in, and I just wanted to celebrate. I celebrated with family and friends. I also, when these kind of moments happen, I do want to celebrate with my coworkers and
Yeah.
people who I work with every day. I think it's important, and for people to celebrate these things. We take a lot of L's in life.
Yeah.
So when something good happens, you should celebrate it. Always celebrate. Don't cheat yourself. People don't do that.
And that's real, brother. And I had to learn that more because I'm don't make a big deal of it.
No.
Yeah. And I had to learn that. People got on me about that. They said it ain't about you. They want to celebrate you. And I was like, dang, don't put it like that. So we've been ready to celebrate you with some mac and cheese, some beans, some greens, some tomatoes, some beans, and greens. You made it! It's getting ready to go down. One more time. Congrats to you, Rob, my guy. Proud of you, brother. And, I'm excited about this. Well, so we got some great sports going on. We got some great food getting ready to happen as well.
The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?